wage their battle to destroy the evil forces of the Decepticons, the Transformers. Robots in disguise. The Transformers. More than meets the eye. The Transformers.
Welcome to the newest episode of the Back to the Past podcast. This is Kevin.
And Brad.
And Justin.
And on this episode, we're going back in time to 1984, Cybertron, Transformers, Autobots, Decepticons. Transform, roll out, whatever you want to be, choose your faction. So much to cover. This is going to be a long one. So dig in, folks, because it's time. So I don't know if we want to kind of start with the history. We just want to jump into some of our favorites. Do we want to talk cartoons? Do we want to do movies, toys, comics, merchandise? I don't know.
Ooh, where to begin?
Yeah.
There's so much.
I forgot how much there was.
Yeah, which, so myself, growing up in the 80s, I grew up with Generation 1. G1, original, started with comics, toys, cartoons marketing it, like He-Man. I mean, you create a cartoon to market a toy line. I guess it was a great strategy back in the 80s. It was very popular to do. Mm-hmm. That's kind of like what G.I. Joe was.
It's almost like G.I. Joe and Transformers are almost interchangeable in some ways.
There were crossover Marvel comics that I've still got from my childhood, where the Transformers and G.I. Joe did have crossover series, like 4-issue series. Sorry, not too bad. Trying to figure out, who's the good guy, who's the bad guy. But I still got a cover with Bumblebee being blown up by G.I. Joe.
Oh,
Just
no.
right on the cover. It's like, okay, there goes Bumblebee.
Spoilers.
Yeah.
That's how his voice got messed up.
Right. Well, that was before the cartoon, which he could talk in the cartoon. But, yeah. As we know in the movies, Bumblebee pretty much don't talk unless he's just finding things on the radio to be his vocal box.
It reminds me of the Angry Beavers episode where they can't talk because they jinx each other at the same time, so they're using like VHS tapes and they're switching between them. Sorry, that was a deep cut.
Deep cut. Yeah, Transformers all began back in 1984, which I think, didn't GoBots come out before?
About 6 months.
About 6 months.
Huh.
6 months, yeah.
Well, just because you're first doesn't mean you're the best.
No.
Yeah, exactly. So,
And let's be honest, sometimes quality is a big factor, and
it is.
let's be honest, Transformers have better quality.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
I still have 3 GoBot figures, but I've probably got 20 to 30 Transformers.
Yeah, I have.
Guessing.
I don't even know if I have. I'm sure I have at least a couple, because when I was a kid, I didn't know what the difference was. It was just
right.
These were transforming things, and there were, especially in Japan, a whole lot more than just those 2.
Yes. Yeah.
So I'm sure I have probably some GoBots, because I know generally GoBots didn't transform a whole lot.
No.
They have like
And it was
3
all mostly
pieces.
plastic?
They have like 3 pieces. You fold up the head and the other piece, and boom, it's done.
Right.
And some of the smaller Transformers weren't a whole lot more than that.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. You just Bumblebee, you just extend it out from the front of the car to the back, flip up his feet, and pull his arms out, and flip his head up. That's it.
Right. Because I had one of those.
Maybe.
I had a Sea Spray also.
Oh, yes.
Where it basically did that same thing.
Right. Only you pulled out, you flipped up, and pulled the head thing back, and that was it.
And then his arms were they swivel up.
Yeah.
But they didn't pull out.
Right. They were attached to the headpiece, which had the little propellers on the
Yeah.
back. Yeah. Warpath, I think, was kind of similar to that, too. The little red tank. Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah. With the very oddly placed turret in the cartoon.
At least it wasn't in a different place.
Right, it wasn't
Like triggers.
a couple foot down.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Hi, Megatron. Yeah, so you're going to hear some little Robot Chicken references, too, because what Robot Chicken has done with childhood toys of ours. Wow. Things I never would have thought of.
Childhood ruined forever.
In a sense. In the other sense, it's like these dudes grew up with them the way we did.
Exactly.
And
so
they're just playing with them, but with kind of a big boy budget.
Yeah, and a big boy mental
Right.
way of looking at things.
Yeah.
Adult body, child mind.
Yeah.
Which is great. So again, it began in Japan in 1984 by a Japanese toy company, Takara Tomy, and American toy company Hasbro. They started primarily, again, as a toy line using rebranded toys from Takara's Diaclone and Microman toy lines.
Which is interesting because those evolved out of G.I. Joe.
Huh.
Which most people don't realize.
Right. So Hasbro, again, G.I. Joe and Transformers, big toy company, probably still a big toy company, to still do a lot of stuff. And it's like Kenner did things, but not in the Transformers or this kind of world. They got purchased by Hasbro, I believe, some years ago.
Oh.
It's like Parker Brothers also got purchased by a different game company. I think it's also by Hasbro now. It's just weird.
It's all over the place.
It is.
And ironically, GoBots were made by Tonka.
Huh.
And Tonka got bought by Hasbro in 91. Mm-hmm. So technically they own GoBots.
Right. Yeah. Which GoBots, from what I remember, were a lot smaller. They were more... I mean, I had one GoBot that was pretty decent size, probably a little bit taller than this soda can. And
I mean, it's like Volkswagen owning Lamborghini. Maybe not quite like that, but close enough.
right, it's like they put it in their portfolio, but you don't hear about it much. It's like, yeah, they're just over there. Then, was there a GoBots cartoon? I can't remember.
There was.
Was? Okay.
I don't know how long it lasted,
It
but
couldn't have lasted
couldn't
long.
have lasted long.
I don't really remember anything about it.
I didn't even realize there was one until like last week, and I was just looking up some stuff, and I saw clips of it, and I thought, oh.
And I probably watched a couple episodes, but I don't remember any of it.
Yeah, I remember the name more than I remember, or the fact that, because it's kind of the joke now, it's like, oh, you either were a GoBots or a Transformers fan, and if you were a GoBots fan, well, you were just dumb.
Right.
Like, that's kind of the thing.
In the way that, Pokemon and Digimon, it's like you were one or
Very
the other.
similar.
You can clearly see who won,
Yeah.
if you want to call it that.
Yeah.
But here we are.
Who has the more favorable legacy?
Yeah.
That's probably
Yeah.
the best way to put it.
Yeah.
But yeah, Transformers won that battle.
Big time.
Pun
Yeah.
intended.
And
Even though there were some various degrees of quality over the time. In general, yes.
questionable, yeah. Well, I mean, you're taking movable plastic pieces and taking them from a vehicle or alternate form and turning it into some semblance of a robot. And, like, if you see the toy Ironhide and Ratchet, and then you look at them in the cartoon, you're like, that can't be the same.
Yeah.
In the vehicle form, they nailed that, but robot form, no. Two totally
so
different.
much.
Yeah,
ideas.
some of those were just, at least the early ones, some of them were a little off. This is a nice way of saying it.
Yeah, just a little bit. But
The other thing that I found interesting, which I didn't realize till recently, was so whenever they were making it, they're coming up with the concepts. A lot of the Autobots in Japan were like the villains, and a lot of the Decepticons in Japan were the heroes.
oh,
So whenever they brought the toys over, because they were just like handed, here's a bunch of toys, create names and storylines. So they were just like, well, kids like to play with cars. We'll make them the good guys. And
right,
planes, how many kids fly on planes? Maybe they're scary. I don't know. They're the bad guys. And then there were just the other assorted things that they're like, well, I don't know. This is a tape cassette player thing. I don't know. Well, we have less Decepticons. Let's make him a Decepticon.
right.
I don't know.
He must be a bad guy.
So it's really odd whenever you talk to or see like these interviews of these Japanese people talking about it. Yeah, well, in our country, the Optimus Prime was not a good guy.
Right.
Megatron was the hero.
Which is weird. I mean, he's a gun.
Yeah. Well, and
So-
also over there, whenever he folded, like he was just gun size. He was not like tall.
Right.
He was just a little bitty robot thing.
Yeah.
That's where they discovered mass displacement.
Yeah, which we were acknowledging watching some of the first few episodes from Transformers Generation 1. How Soundwave is such a large robot, but he transforms into an itty bitty Walkman size cassette recorder, cassette player. And then.
So weird.
Which they never explained in the show, but
No.
apparently in the latest series of comics, the IDW ones, they've officially explained mass displacement in there. So apparently that's canon now.
Yeah.
But it only took, 20 plus years to
Right.
finally explain that?
And how Megatron in
30
gun mode
plus.
is so small, but yet when he's robot, he's pretty huge.
Yes.
Yeah, it's
And I always
just-
wondered what happened to Optimus's trailer. Because
Robot
once
Chicken
in a
will
while
explain
you'd see
that.
it,
Well, okay.
but usually it just vanishes.
Funny you say that because one of my first Transformers toy was the Optimus Prime with the trailer.
I had one of those too.
And when you
Folds out.
fold out, you got
Yep.
the little gun turret.
Right.
Like little battle stations, got
Yeah.
the little roller car.
Yeah.
But I don't think that ever happened in the show.
You see Roller a couple times.
I remember him, yeah, but I don't remember it folding out.
Yeah, the toy, it folded down and it looked kind of like this
Yeah,
little
cut
kind
the
of battle
trailer
station
in
thing.
half long ways, folded outward, and then you have the little.
Two little things that swing out for the sides to rest on.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, the back hatch folds down for the little ramp for Roller.
And he also had the little thing that connects to the front of the trailer that talked.
Yes.
Oh,
Did you
forgot
not
about
have
that.
that?
Forgot about that.
It had like 3 buttons, and he said 2 different phrases, and then the third one was just like a laser sound.
Oh, mine didn't have that.
But one of them
Yeah.
goes, "I am Optimus Prime." But it didn't sound anything like Peter Cullen.
Oh, so
I'm sure it was one of the toy makers.
Yeah. And I forgot what the second phrase was.
Autobots roll out.
That might have been it.
probably was a transform and rollout kind of thing. Those are the two main things.
I had a second Optimus Prime, but I have no idea from what year, but it was he was like a tanker truck. And he, people make a big deal about, oh, there's flames on the
Bayformer.
later one, but this one had flames, and this was way before.
Yeah. Maybe that's where the designers of those Transformers
Could
got
be.
their inspiration from.
Could be.
It's like I'm looking at a wheeljack. I'll say that. There's a Mustang GT.
05 specifically.
And we know Wheeljack is a Lancia. Is that how you pronounce it? And yeah, Wheeljack's kind of the smart, sciencey kind of guy. So I would imagine Brad, he'd probably be one of your
More than
guys.
likely.
That's why I was surprised that wasn't your pick for favorites.
Well, Lamborghini Countach.
I mean, that's fair.
Yeah. Yeah, some interesting vehicle choices and personalities and stuff like that.
Yeah.
with these.
Well, that's the other thing that I thought was, at least with the show, like each one had their own personality and their own motivation. And it wasn't just, I mean, there were disposable characters put in as placeholders, but for the most part,
Well, you had to have the disposable.
at least in the earliest days, I mean, there was actually personality behind it, and you knew exactly what they were doing in the episodes.
Well, the disposable character was so they could have an explanation why the toy was just put on the shelf.
Yes.
Even
that's-
if they're
yes.
only in one episode. Hi, Skids.
Yeah. There was one, I can't remember. I always thought he was like a Trans Am, but I think he was actually a Corvette. I think his name was
Trax.
Trax.
Yep, I had
There was
one.
the one episode
Gen
where
3 Corvette.
it was just him, and it was like some guy. It wasn't Spike or anyone. It was just some guy, and he was in the city, and they were like undercover.
Right.
And I was like, this is a great episode. Like, we should do more of these where it's not the whole crew.
Yep.
But alas, no.
Yeah, they did kind of do more of that in the comics.
Right,
Which
right.
with Skids, I think Skids had more like exposure in the comic series than he ever did in the cartoon.
Yeah, I did notice just because I don't know anything about the comics other than they wildly changed directions on things than the show did. But it seemed that there was a lot more opportunity. I guess part of it was just they just needed to fill in issues. Mm-hmm. But it was definitely way more into the minor characters, which was nice because I always liked seeing like Cosmos.
Right.
He's like in maybe 1 or 2 episodes.
Yeah, you don't see him too much.
No, I wanted to see more about the UFO one.
Little UFO guy. Which you'll also hear us talk probably about Transformers Earth Wars, the mobile game on iPhone and Android. I am still playing that. Yeah, that's what I was doing a little while ago while we were kind of talking about some things. It's the 3rd anniversary event is this weekend.
Yep.
And it's like this game just keeps going and I still keep playing.
I don't actively play, but I check in every day to get my crystal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Some days I'll sit there and
after this episode, I might have a new game to play.
I wouldn't recommend getting in now.
Uh-oh.
I mean, it's not that it would be bad. It's just trying to get in now would be because you're starting with everybody that's already maxed out their bases
and people that are already just play religiously in the same way some people play Pokemon every day.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think I'd want to start now. Just, I mean, I've been doing this for almost the full 3 years.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been something I've talked about on other podcasts that we've been involved in. Holy cow.
I approached it like Pokemon, like I've got to get all of these characters, but it's not that easy.
No, it's not unless
it's very randomized.
It's pretty.
And I'm not going to pay.
Yeah.
You got to pray to the RN Jesus.
Yeah. I have gotten a few that really surprised me though, but I mean, for the most part, I'm almost annoyed with as much as I like with it, so I'm kind of barely hanging on in there.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I mean, I'll admit that this game has actually introduced me to some characters that I really had no idea about.
Oh, same.
It's like, who's Star Saber and Deathsaurus? Who are these two?
Yeah.
Who's Sentius Malus? Or they created Sentius Malus and his brother, whatever. I can't remember what his name is. They're like twins, but they're supposed to like they can combine, but one's an Autobot faction and one's a Decepticon faction. It's really interesting. I just got the 4-star Malice the other, like a week ago.
Well, in a lot of ways, speaking of Transformers games, I mean, War for Cybertron and Fall of Cybertron, those are when I really got introduced to a lot of the different characters that are canon, but just more in their Cybertron forms.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's essentially where kind of my 2 top picks come from, is just being able to play as those characters in multiplayer. I used them so much that that was my identity.
Yeah. So that's PlayStation 3, Xbox 360 generation. And to me, I find it very disappointing that was the first good Transformers game
ever. It was so good, too. Like, even the storyline, which, it's Transformers. Yeah, you could argue it's a little corny. But between that and the multiplayer, like that, it was fantastic.
Yeah. I mean, just that one battle, because I mean, you play part of it as Autobot, you play part of it as Decepticon. You're not just one or the other.
Yeah, kind of like AVP. You get to play like couple factions and races and whatnot.
Getting to battle like Omega Supreme is like, this is awesome.
Yeah.
Like, this is so cool.
The other thing that's really interesting, High Moon Studios did those games, but they have consistently stayed a good high price for being as old as they are. Yeah,
it's still tough to find. Like if you go to GameStop or somewhere else, to find it less than $40.
Yeah, and
you might get it for $30 to $35.
They are years old now at this point.
Oh yeah,
it just kind of blows me away.
I've got the first one. Was that Fall of Cybertron?
Yes.
So I've got that one.
The War for Cybertron's when they introduced the Dinobots, which is kind of the big pull for multiplayer, which did get, of course.
Of course you did.
Yeah. Grimlock.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, the Dinobots, going back through the history of that in the comics and the cartoon and the figures. I always loved the Dinobots. They were just so strong and dim-witted and stupid, but they were just so tough. The Decepticons just dreaded seeing them out there. It's like, oh god, not the Dinobots. But they were just so big and badass.
I will say I always forget what most of their names are. Like Grimlock, obviously,
Right.
you're not going to
Easy,
forget that.
yeah.
But whenever their name like Snarl and Sludge
Snarl
and
was the
Slag.
Slag, yeah.
yeah. Slag was the Triceratops. Snarl is the
Stegosaurus.
yes. Swoop is the pterodactyl, and Sludge is the brontosaurus.
And again, the only reason I can get them straight is because of the games. Because I put so much time into them, and you roll through each character, and you set up your custom slots, and you can colorize them however you want. And then, as you see their name enough, you're like, oh yeah, that's such and such. So
It's like even in Transformers Earth Wars, they couldn't use Slag and Swoop for a while. Those names.
was it a rights thing?
Something to do with the rights thing, yeah. They had to do Strafe for Swoop and
That's right, because I have him.
Slug.
And I thought something... Right, I have both of them.
Slug
and I
for
thought
the
something's
Triceratops
not
Slag.
right here. But I couldn't quite put my finger on it.
I think they didn't use slag because that somehow became a derogatory term somewhere.
Yeah, at some point.
And I think it's more of a European derogatory term. I'm not 100% sure on that. But
I guess it's like a cross between... Oh, nah.
But the Swoop
You
thing was
just look it up.
Figure it out.
like Hasbro or whatever had let the name, trademark name expire or something like that for Swoop and stuff. So they had to use Strafe. But I think they ended up doing something where they actually renamed it Swoop and Slag. I'd have to check again on
Well, I
Slag
also
for
noticed
sure.
he's never, like, not a Triceratops. He's never in robot form in Earth Wars.
When he transforms, or whenever he uses special attack, he looks like a little Indian running around with fire, lighting things on fire.
Yeah, that's
his-
like the only time.
Right.
Like whenever he's just roaming around your base,
Right, yeah.
or if it's like
He's
the post battle
dinosaur mode, yeah.
It's a dinosaur, but he's like the only one that doesn't.
Yeah.
You don't see the
Well,
robot.
I
mode.
remember in the games, there's pretty frequently that you just kind of stay in your robot form because you've got a pretty good weapon arsenal.
Right, yeah. He was
Oh,
breathing
yeah.
fire, and I mean, that's why he's a fire guy on there.
I mean, to be fair, the Dinobots, their powerful form was in the dinosaur mode.
Yeah. Yeah, you didn't really want them in their robot form. I mean, they're still decent fighters, but you transform and Sludge, the Brontosaurus, would do his little earthquake thing and stomp, and all of a sudden, big old crevice come opening up. Like, okay. That's cool. And Swoop. I mean, Swoop's voice was the weirdest voice in that cartoon.
Uh-huh.
Like, really crackly and...
It sounded
Weird.
painful to make.
Right.
It may have sounded painful, but I bet it probably wasn't that bad.
Well, I mean...
Because if you have a microphone, you can kind of extend your voice range. It's like when you have metal singers that, in quotation, scream, but some of them will do the inhale scream, which does nothing to your voice, and then you have the ones that scream correctly, but it's actually softer than what it sounds like they're doing. So I don't know. It might not be too bad.
Well, I mean, like with Frank Welker, who voiced Megatron and Soundwave and a variety of other characters, he saved his Megatron lines for the end of the recording sessions because it put such a strain on his vocal
does
cords.
sound like it would. His sounds pretty clenched and tight.
And if you hear him in the more recent movies, you're like, his voice hasn't aged as well as Peter Cullen's doing Optimus.
Yeah, because that's one thing it seems like men have over women in some ways, right? Like we kind of age better. I'm just saying, generally speaking.
Here it is.
Yeah, here we go. You can at me. It's fine. Whatever.
At Holy Underscore Shadows.
Yeah, send your hate. What I'm saying is, overall, VOs for men tend to age pretty
Right, yeah.
nice.
Right, you
We
get
get that kind of gravelly sound. I mean, look at Optimus Prime. I mean,
Yep.
it sounds fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, and I saw an interview with Peter Cullen, and he said that whenever he was doing recording, there were some times whenever they're like, he needs to yell for the scene, and he would just be like, "Hey,
It's not.
I can't. I've got work this afternoon on some other project. I need a voice for that." And so that kind of reminded them, like, well, Optimus isn't the type who's going to be crazy and over the top yelling like Megatron is.
Right.
So that was kind of their way of being like, okay, let's soften this a little bit and make him more authoritarian
Right.
without
Yeah.
sounding crazy.
Optimus is more grounded. He's more collected.
He's
tries
stern.
stern.
Yeah.
He likes to think it through. He doesn't just
Father
rush in. Yeah.
And because they said, but whenever apparently they were doing the voice recordings, they did many takes because the guy had a very specific sound he wanted each voice to hit, and if he wasn't hitting it, they would just do it over. And they said that if you were a regular on the show, you kind of figured out what that was going to be, so you could probably get yours down to 4 or 5 takes. But he said that, like, I can't remember, Dan, someone or other who did Bumblebee,
Yeah.
he said that they would bring in guest stars who had no clue what they're getting involved in. He said they would go through hell trying to, because they would do 20, 30, 40 takes trying to get whatever sound because they couldn't figure out what he wanted and he couldn't really explain it.
It's not like these guys had a whole lot of lines. I mean, the other kind of secondary characters.
Yeah, right.
So you really don't hear a bunch out of the people that did Skywarp and Thundercracker. You always hear Chris Ionetta. I can't remember his last name. That did. I mean, he voices Starscream, and he also voices like Cobra Commander from G.I. Joe, and a whole bunch of other.
So that
makes
was
sense.
Chris Latta,
Chris Latta. Okay.
whose actual name was Christopher Collins.
Right.
Oh.
Right. He kind of
He was
uses
crazy.
both credits. Yeah. But God, those voices. I mean, he was so good at that, and it's
Yeah.
it's kind of sad that he's been gone for a while.
About 25 years.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you hear other Star Screams, and it's like, that's not the same.
Oh, no.
But he did cement who and what Starscream
Oh, yeah.
sounds like.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You hear that voice, and you just instantly think of Starscream or Cobra Commander, depending on what kind of lines are being delivered. So, yeah, I know that guy.
He's definitely got one of those instantly, you hear him start screaming. Oh, yep, that's him.
And you hear Peter Cullen doing like Eeyore from Winnie the Pooh world, and you're like, oh, Optimus.
Or John Wayne, depending on what episode and season you're listening to.
Yeah, I mean, that's what they wanted to kind of pattern Optimus after.
Well, all right, Autobots, we're gonna roll out here soon.
Yeah, even though I think
Stagecoach in space.
that's... Yeah. Although, I think that's more like an Ironhide voice there. 'Cause he
I said
voiced
More
all
than
the-
likely.
sometimes those two kind of blended
They
together
did.
a little too much.
They did, yeah.
Occasionally.
Yeah, just some... And then you had Scatman. I mean, Scatman Crothers as
Jazz?
Yeah. You hear him
That
there.
was great.
Yeah. And then you hear him in like Scooby-Doo as one of the Harlem Globetrotters or something like
Oh,
that.
uh-huh.
Like, that's a little different. But yeah. But seeing Scatman Crothers in, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, and obviously, he had been around for years.
Long time.
And he's been gone for a while as
Yeah.
well.
When I was a kid, Jazz was my favorite.
Yeah, I
love Jazz.
His delivery, his style of personality.
Which reminds me, like, with Beast Wars, there's a lot of crossover. And I feel like Jazz would have been, I think it was Tigatron. He would have been very much of that White Tiger guy that was kind of a
Same.
loner, kind of
And
by
that was my
himself.
favorite one
Yep.
from Beast Wars.
Same, yep.
Yeah, Beast Wars, I've watched a lot of the Beast Wars, but it's not like it really stood out much to me. I love the
Yeah.
visual style they went with.
Okay, so it doesn't age so well.
No, I'm sure
I
PlayStation.
I recently watched it, as in like maybe about 6 to 8 years ago. Recently watched it, And my God, it does not age well. It looked shiny and pretty as a kid.
Oh, yeah.
And it was definitely my first real heavy exposure to Transformers. Now, obviously, it was kind of like a alternate timeline, we'll say, because Starscream does kind of make an appearance.
So does Optimus and Megatron.
Yeah.
Supposedly it takes place like a long time after
Oh,
the
so
original.
it's
in the
after.
same. It's in the
Yeah,
same
same
continuity.
universe.
Okay, okay.
But it's supposed. I thought it was like.
I thought it was
before.
prequel, yeah.
I thought it was before, and then I recently found out that they actually revive Optimus and Megatron, and they
take over.
They mention
Optimus
it's
Primal.
after.
Yeah, and Megatron is a
That blew my
dinosaur.
mind.
And I'll just kind of argue the first season's about the only one to watch.
Yeah, how long
Af-
was it? Like 2 or 3 seasons?
It's 3 seasons.
Yeah.
Third one might be shorter, but the first one is, I feel like, where they really hit their stride really well, and then after that, it almost jumps the shark immediately. I might give the other two a shot again, but I just remember watching the first season all the way through, like, man, that was as good as I kind of remember, like, for what it is. Jumping right in the second one, I'm like, oh, God, this is painful.
I will say that and I guess you could say the original one and Beast Wars kind of followed a similar format where it was, okay, there were more in the original one, but here's the characters. Mm-hmm. There's not hundreds of them.
Right.
And we're just going to, at least in Beast Wars, let's explore the lore of this universe. Because there was a definite lore that they were trying to explore.
Yeah, there was more like storyline to Beast Wars than like with G1 Transformers. It was just more about, okay, they're interacting with each other in this human Earth environment, and there's the earthly characters and stuff in there.
And then in Beast
Settings.
Wars, it was like they had to be in their beast forms because the planet had the radiation.
Right.
Yeah. Well, I guess the energon radiation, there was
Yeah.
just so much of it that it would overload their robot form.
Right.
So, I think it was kind of one in the first 4 or 5 episodes where they had put these pylons up, but then they found out that when they put these pylons up, it was when they went to blow up one of each other's bases, it would have connected the energon underneath the ground and blown both of them up and just ended the whole series right there. And then they realized, well, we can't do that, so we'll have to be more tactile. But I definitely had quite a few toys between me and my cousin, because we grew up in very similar circumstances at my grandparents' house, because he lived right next door. So whichever ones he didn't have, I would bring, and vice versa. And there was a few that would overlap because we really liked those characters.
So did you ever play the PlayStation game for Beast Wars?
No, the PC game I had put on a Christmas list at one point, but I had never gotten it. Okay. I got because I had put that, and it was Trespasser, the Lost World kind of PC game, which I forget the guy who's behind that. Apologies, but really, I thought a really great game for the time. Anyway, didn't quite get to that. Really wanted to. Still might, look on Steam or something for it one day.
Yeah. And then there was also a Beast Wars Transmetals game that came out on Nintendo 64 and the PlayStation.
So the Transmetal stuff is where it
started jumping the shark for you.
Yeah, I don't know. It just, you've got a T-Rex with little like hips that swivel out for little like hovercraft fan blade thing. I don't know. It's weird. I don't like it. They look shinier than they were, and I liked the more of the beast forms than I did like the robotic beast forms. That's, I guess, probably part of my issue with the Transmetal stuff.
Well, also, the one thing I really liked about it was, I can't remember the terms they used, but there would be like the pods that would come. And they were always trying to fight over the pods because
it was a neutral.
Whoever got to it first, it would be on their side then.
Yeah.
So whenever they introduced a new character, you didn't know what side they were going to be on.
Right.
And I always loved that idea that they made it a big deal whenever somebody new was joining the show. Whereas in the original one, it was just, they were just there.
They were just auto-assigned.
You would just like, oh, I haven't seen this character in the first 60 episodes, but here they are.
Mm-hmm.
And was it Tigatron one of the pod? Wasn't he one of the new ones?
I believe so, yeah.
Because I think
Yeah.
Autobots got like one of the first ones, I think. But yeah, I totally forgot about that.
Yeah, there was some weird...
Yeah.
Because they did a similar thing in, I think, Armada, where they had like microbots or something like that they were fighting over. And then if you found them, like they would like add on their power to you or something.
Right.
And I love that idea of, here's this thing that we actually have to fight over to beat you. It gives it a purpose.
Right.
And, because I'm fighting you because I'm good, you're bad. You can only do that for so long.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like just talking about the games. There was one that came out in 1985 on like the Commodore 64. I've looked at videos of it. God, that shit looks so horrible.
Yeah. Oh, well, I mean, there's only so much you can do with 8-bit.
And 1986, there was another one called Transformers: The Battle to Save the Earth, produced by Activision. Not impressed with that. What I seen on that either.
Which I believe War for Cybertron and Fall of Cybertron are also produced by Activision, but the studio that does them is High Moon Studios. I don't remember what else they do, but those two games specifically just really just reach out and was like, oh, here's kind of what's going on Cybertron that makes everything happen and puts everything forward from here on out. And at least kind of fills it in. It's like the Ghostbusters game, that arcade game that we loved in the 360 days. What was it, 2009, I want to say? 2010?
I think so, because they're
Somewhere
doing
around
a remaster, which is exciting
so
to
excited.
see.
Yeah. Definitely revisit that game.
Oh, yes.
But it just kind of puts things in motion and fills in the gaps in some ways. Because we watched the very first episode today, just kind of threw it on and started watching. And yeah, it sort of gets things in the right direction, but you don't know what kind of happens before that. Maybe you don't need to know, but it sort of fills that stuff in anyway.
Right.
There are some episodes later that kind of explain pre-stuff.
Some things, yeah. Like how...
But it's way down the line.
Like how Omega Supreme came to be and his, I guess you would say, relationship with the Constructicons.
There was that.
That was big.
In Season 3, you find out where Optimus Prime came from and how he was built, how he became Optimus Prime, which was really strange.
Yeah, it was a little...
Of course, I guess that was Season 3 when it was
so it gets
really strange.
After Season 1 and 2, things really start getting weird in 3, and I guess you call it Season 4, I think, but it's like
that's where
3.5,
really...
3.5, whatever.
It was
It's
like a
weird
mini
at the
series.
end.
It was almost like a mini series because it was only 3 episodes, and
because the set for like Volume 1 is Season 1, then you have Season 2. Then I think Season 3 and 4 are like combined into the same package.
Yep.
Because I've got the original like Rhino set.
Oh yeah, the silver ones.
Yes, with the silver hard cases and stuff like that.
I have a collector's edition with the entire series in a big box that looks like the Matrix.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you get the cool looking set.
There was it even kind of transforms in a way, like it pulls out on each side and then it opens up in the middle to reveal all the discs in the middle.
See, I like that.
Which is kind of cool. There's a
Makes
similar
sense.
one they did for G.I. Joe with the entire series. In fact, there's a little ad for it whenever you open it up for the G.I. Joe series. I thought, oh, that looks kind of cool. Never got around to getting it. I'm sure it costs a pretty penny now. Well, that version.
And then Nintendo on the Famicom, so over in Japan, had a Transformers game called Mystery of Convoy. And I've actually played the ROM of this.
Really?
Well, I've tried to play the ROM of this. Because you get like 30 seconds into it and like you get hit once, I think, and you die. It's extremely hard. You're Ultra Magnus.
Sounds like an arcade game.
It's ridiculously difficult. Like, this is not even fun.
Yeah, that'd be a quarter eater.
Yeah. It's like,
Well, after about 3/4, it'd be done with me.
You're approaching that dollar mark.
but apparently, I mean, they even tried making a Super Nintendo style, which would have been perfect for Transformers.
Yeah, because I mean,
that technology, the 16-bit technology for Sega Super Nintendo would have been perfect.
because there was a lot of, or at least a couple that I can think of off the top of my head when we did the Power Rangers episode, that we had the Super Nintendo games that they were awesome. And to imagine a Transformers game, that would have been really cool.
It just seems like a franchise that really missed out on
Some of the technologies.
a great video game from that era.
Yeah.
It was at the high point of its, television series, toy line, the late 80s.
Yeah.
And so how did this not happen in the United States?
Yeah, I mean, like you said, it kind of took all the way till, what was War for Cybertron, like 2010? Yeah. 2011.
2010, so almost
somewhere around there.
9 years ago.
Whew. Woo-wee.
For like really good Transformers games to me. I mean, there was one on the PlayStation 2 in 2003, and I've got that. It's not bad, but it's not like War and Fall of Cybertron.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then there's Transformers Devastation that's, a little over 3 years old for the PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4, 360, and Xbox One, and even PC. It's original G1 styles for characters.
It's more like cell shaded.
Yeah, it's
But
beautiful.
it's beautiful looking. I'm not a fan of the game.
Yeah, it's funky play style.
Yeah, but the look of it is
Gorgeous, yeah.
gorgeous.
It's a button masher.
Oh, and I've seen like some later levels that I couldn't make it to, and it looks like it gets pretty hard by the end of it. Mm-hmm. Which it was too quirky for me that I wasn't going to waste my time trying to get through that far because I was too frustrated.
Yeah.
But it was great to look at.
Yeah, it's beautiful. I mean, you can play as a few different characters, and
I remember Sideswipe was red again.
yep, Sideswipe looks like he did in the cartoon.
Mm-hmm.
Bumblebee is yellow, obviously.
And you go
Grimlock
up against Devastator pretty early.
Yeah, like in one of the first couple levels.
Yeah, I was a little overwhelmed. I thought,
Yeah,
oh,
it's
this
like,
is a bit
ooh.
Intense.
Yeah. It's like, ooh.
Can I call in the Dinobots? I need some help here.
Right, do I have a combiner? Defensor, Superion, you here anywhere? But just kind of talking about some of our favorite characters. I know, Brad, you've mentioned Sideswipe. Anyone else?
Sideswipe, definitely Lamborghini. I mean, come on. But again, most of my picks are going to be based on the games because I had the most interaction recently from them. Vortex, which it does appear in the original, but it doesn't happen till season 2 with, what's the big robot with Vortex?
Bruticus.
Yes.
So he's one of the Combaticons.
Yes, that's it.
He's the helicopter.
He's the helicopter.
I've got the toy.
He's kind of, yeah, so do I.
I've got the Vortex toy.
I've got maybe the newer version, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm sure you do.
Which was more based on the game versus
Right.
the actual G1, but or G2. I don't know.
G1.
Yeah. So anyway, really like both of those. Kind of really just connected with them through gameplay. But past that, I don't know. I kind of have a spot for Grimlock too, in both original and the newer stuff, and kind of just like Starscream. Because he's just constantly trying and trying, but
Right,
he always...
The shit disturber, instigator. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very humorous.
Yeah.
It's like, he has some decent ideas, and then Megatron shuts him down, and then the plan fails, and he's like, see, I told you. Yeah. What about you, Justin? What are some of your favorites?
Oh, my number one favorite is always Wheeljack. I don't know what it was about. I didn't even know what a Lancia was
I didn't either.
at the time. In fact, I didn't even know that's what he was until, I don't know, some years ago. I finally decided to look up and see, okay, what cars were all these? Because, I knew Jazz was Porsche and Sideswipe was a Lamborghini. Okay, fine. But, what was Wheeljack? I didn't know.
Just a cool looking car to
It was
me.
just a cool looking fast car.
It's like you based on the color scheme of like the red and the green to go along with the white, you're like, it's Italian.
Yeah, yeah. But I mean, he was always the one favorite I always had. But I'd always had a soft spot for Soundwave.
Yeah.
Like he was the loyal, dependable one, but he wasn't 100%. Like he seemed a little more conniving.
Shockwave
yeah.
especially.
Shockwave definitely was. Yeah.
And I would say the kind of crossover to that would be Scorponok in the Beast Wars era.
Yeah.
So he had that kind of like laser beak thing, but it was like a bee instead of a bird. And I would say that Scorponok was kind of that halfway.
Could easily play both sides.
Yeah. Well, I don't know because I think they call him Dinobot, but he's a Velociraptor.
Right.
And he kind of played both sides for a little while, but kind of moved a little more towards the Autobots towards the end.
I also had a soft spot for Cosmos, just because I love the idea of having a UFO one, which I thought was which you hardly ever saw him,
Right.
which was kind of a shame.
And an
but
interesting voice too.
he did, yeah. And I guess going back to kind of the nerdy side, I always thought Perceptor was kind of cool.
Yeah. The microscope.
Yeah, just the idea of he can't really do a whole lot in his transformed form.
No, he just kind of sits on the table.
Yeah.
I think he kind of moved like a little tank in a way.
But I dig the smart one. I always thought it was weird that so there were way more Autobots than Decepticons in the show.
Right, yeah.
But the Decepticons were way stronger because they were like the war side.
Right.
But too many of the Decepticons just look the same.
Right.
Especially by the time we get to season 3, they didn't even try to change the colors. They're just here. They are. Here's 5 of them, and they look the exact same.
Well, heck, even some of the early episodes of G1, there's like 3 Starscreams on the screen,
Yeah, right.
multiple Thundercrackers. It's like, hello, could you? I mean,
Yeah, I mean,
we'll get into that.
Yeah, but yeah, I don't know. Wheeljack was always the number one choice.
Yeah. So for me, I liked Hound. Hound, was the first like larger Transformer that I ever owned. So he's the nice little green army Jeep, and I think I still have all of his parts. Some of his decals are kind of, you can tell he's been played with. Mm-hmm. We'll say that. And I mean, I liked him in the cartoon, just kind of a joking, serious kind of character, and he did holograms and stuff like that. So I thought, that's kind of cool. He can kind of throw his voice and stuff. It was kind of funny.
I thought he was one of the more useful ones.
Right? Yeah. I mean, he played a good role. More Autobot side. I mean, yeah, I always liked the Dinobots, as I mentioned before. Grimlock. I think Grimlock, in a way, was kind of like Starscream. He always wanted to be the leader of the Autobots.
It was almost like he would follow along if whatever he was being ordered to do kind of fit in with what he wanted to do.
Yeah.
And if he didn't want to do it, he wasn't really going to do
Right,
it.
gets really careless, and then they just, he just like, oh, all right, Dinobots, we're leaving, and just walked out on them. I'm like, oh, that's kind of interesting. And then
You're not used to seeing like your heroes like, no, I'm not going to do that.
right, being kind of like, you're an Autobot, but you're a Dinobot, and it was just, I always liked the designs and stuff. I had a Sludge, or I still have. I don't know why I said this in past tense. Sludge, which was the Brontosaurus again, and I had a Swoop that a friend of ours of the family, she got me for a birthday or Christmas or something like that.
Wow.
But a wing broke. So I asked if they could get it replaced, and I never got a replacement. So I don't have a Swoop.
Well, you might still have a Swoop, but just broken.
No, I don't have a Swoop.
Oh.
No, I
You
don't.
tossed it?
No, I gave it back to them so they could. Something was wrong with it, like right away.
Oh. Well, dang.
Yeah. So.
That depresses me.
Yeah.
The only 2 I have at home right now are Grimlock and Vortex, and I think Vortex is in the basement and Grimlock's on my dresser.
Okay.
Most of mine are at my mom's house, but they are all still out and displayed. Eventually, I will bring them.
Now that you mention it, I would say the vast majority of my Beast Wars stuff is at my grandparents' house in the spider-ridden trailer. Or shed, really. So, yeah.
So they're guarding it.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
You might need to rescue those.
Yeah.
You never know. Temperature fluctuations.
It's too late. It's been many years. It doesn't matter at this point.
Oh, I couldn't handle them not being on my premises. That's just me. I'm OCD. My wife kills me about it all the time. Devastator for Decepticons. I just love the idea of a combiner.
Well, that was like the first combiner,
It
too.
was, yeah. It was like, holy cow, they introduced him. And I mean, it was a different introduction when it came from the comic side versus the cartoon side. And just seeing him in the comic was like, oh, and then you see him in the cartoon, you're like, oh. And then there were more combiners that came later, the Stunticons, which were like Decepticon cars and another big semi. What was his? So it's Motormaster is the leader of the Stunticons, and I mean he's pretty cool. And just in the cartoon, it was awesome seeing them and the Combaticons as well. I like Bruticus better than Menasor, but I like the Stunticons better than the Combaticons as a whole. And then you had Superion was the aerial bots, which Silverbolt, the leader of them, had a fear of heights. I'm like, how the fuck does this happen? You're an aerial bot and you have a fear of heights.
It's like a fish afraid of drowning.
Right. Afraid of the water. Okay. I remember a friend of mine, this was in second grade, we would kind of like trade Transformers. I would let him borrow one of mine, and he would let me borrow one of his. I borrowed like a couple of his Protectobots that formed Defensor. I still have a couple of those. I think it's Streetwise, and then I've got First Aid. I think he's the little ambulance, and Streetwise the little police car. I got a few. I triple changer. I loved Astro Train.
Astro Train in the cartoon was pretty awesome.
Yeah, I mean,
talk about someone who was useful.
Right, they could all fit in there
Yeah.
and fit in and fly wherever in the space shuttle mode, or he could run you over as a train.
Yeah.
Like, that's pretty dang cool. And I didn't have Blitzwing, the other triple changer from that. I look at triple changers. He was the tank plane robot. Pretty badass. Him and Warpath had a few go-rounds, and the cartoon was good stuff. I always wanted an Omega Supreme.
That would have been awesome.
Yeah, because in the cartoon, Omega Supreme was just like, oh my god.
I remember whenever he showed up in the cartoon, and it was just, where have you been?
Right.
Like,
Right, you're this big old monster. Like, where'd you come from?
I knew someone with, he had just about everything, but this guy I worked with, I went over to his apartment one time, and he showed me his Transformers room, and they were all like Gen 1, Gen 2s.
Mm-hmm.
The whole room was just filled with them. He had the giant Unicron in the corner.
Oh,
My goodness.
Mega Supreme. He had the giant ones, the little ones. He had all of them.
mm-hmm.
Different versions of all of them. He had the green Devastator, the yellow Devastator. He had all these. He gave me a copy of the VHS copy of the first movie because I couldn't remember ever seeing it before that point. And at that point, there was
1986.
yes,
Okay.
and there was no Blu-ray release at that point.
No,
And there might have been a DVD, maybe.
I've got a DVD of it.
Oh yeah,
I mean, it wasn't even like an anniversary edition. I think it's just a DVD of it.
and this was maybe 2004 or 5. So I don't even know if the DVD was out at that point. But I couldn't remember seeing it. So he said, "Oh, here." He said, "I've got about 10 of these." I'm like, "You what? What is wrong with you?" Like, this dude was serious.
Worried
this-
about one of them going bad?
Like this movie much?
So he just gave me a copy. I still have it. It's over there.
Oh, okay.
But that was the first time I remember actually seeing it. And
Did
We'll go there.
did it have the touch? Did it have the power?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that movie touched me, all right.
Ooh. In a good or a bad way?
In the same way, it destroyed everyone's childhood. But I was an adult.
Yeah, so let's go into some spoilers with this regarding the 1986 movie featuring Orson Welles as Unicron.
Is it spoilers if it's over the 20 years old?
Depending on who has and hasn't seen it.
That's fair.
A lot of Autobots die early. A
Yeah,
lot of
they
your
do.
favorites from G1 first couple seasons of the cartoon, just boop, dead. Like, what? Huh?
Yeah,
This-
very-
The first, 10 minutes.
Like, like Ratchet and Ironhide in my mind are just seared. Like, everyone talks about the whole Prime thing. I'm still trying to get over the Ratchet and Ironhide.
Right, yeah. It's like you expect somebody like Cliffjumper, because he always got his ass thrown around in the cartoon. Mm-hmm. And we noticed that just watching the first few episodes again today. It's like,
Yeah.
look at Cliffjumper, great heart, great courage. But man, you were just that little bitty car and just getting kicked
He's
around.
like a chihuahua.
I
know.
was just about to say that.
Talk's a tough game, but man, he just don't have the strength to back it up. Yep.
And Braun would make sense
Yeah, Braun.
because he legit was a tough guy.
Right, he was.
Now, he was a little one, but he was a legit tough guy, so that makes
A
sense.
weird looking Transformer toy.
Yeah.
Very weird looking. Oh, God. And Gears. Gears was another one of those. He was kind of the Eeyore of Transformers Autobots. Because he just kind of a sarcastic, depressed, I don't want it. It's like, why do we got to do this? And he's always whining and stuff.
But again, like that is another point. It's like, but you, like, a couple episodes ago in the show had your Omega Supreme. Why isn't he in here kicking their ass?
Exactly, yeah. Yeah, seeing Omega Supreme also in the comic series was good. It was just beautiful. Again, the Marvel artwork of the cover art for those those issues, just beautiful. You're seeing the Seekers, the Starscream, Thundercracker, Skywarp, just firing on him, and he's firing. It's just beautiful cover, beautiful. It's one of the it's in somewhere between 10 and 20, I think, issue for them on the cover. It's just gorgeous. But the movie was just really wild. You see Optimus, Megatron fighting, and
Like actually fighting,
right,
not just like show fighting where it's, oh no,
yeah,
not a scratch on them.
yeah. It's like they're actually physically wearing each other down, and
I mean,
getting
like
shot
dirty
and stuff
and-
like that.
The glass is like broken on
Yeah.
Prime, and
And then you've got Hot Rod wanting to jump in and help, and Cup's like, no, this is Prime's fight. Like, that's the stupidest thing. Why would you risk letting your leader go down?
I mean, they're at war.
Right,
Like, it's a war.
right. It's Prime's fight. Well,
When
Is
has
it, though?
when has Megatron ever fought fair?
right,
I mean,
Fair point.
right. Megatron tries to beg for mercy, and then it's like something stupid. Hot Rod distracts him, kind of.
something, yeah.
And then Optimus gets blasted, and okay. That's it.
Yep.
And then a million children's lives are shattered by
Yes.
coming to grips by one of the most depressing death scenes.
Yeah.
I mean, at least with like some of them, they're shot and like you might see Ratchet's eyes kind of go out and smoke come out of his mouth, which is freakish enough. But no, you've got this whole long scene where Prime's laying on a table, surrounded by everyone, and he's,
Right.
don't grieve for me. Mm-hmm. And his whole long monologue, and then turns gray.
Right.
With his head falling off to the side.
Right.
I mean,
Like, well, that was weird, because everyone else that died stayed the same color.
I saw that there was an interview with can't remember who it was, but one of those people that worked on the movie, and they said they wanted him to have a death scene like John Wayne in the Alamo, like he's going out like this is the monumental death. And I'm thinking, you're really destroying children's lives.
Yeah, it's like, yeah. I mean, I never saw that in theaters, and I mean, I don't even remember seeing it when I was younger. It was a little bit later until I really seen it.
Yeah, I was like
knew,
2021.
I mean, I knew of everything that like happened in it, but I'm like, I hadn't seen it.
Yeah,
I'm like, oh, this is what everyone's talked about for all these years.
this is intense.
Yeah.
Like, it's definitely one of those things that, like, you hear about it for a long time, and when you see it, you think, oh, it can't be. No, it's exactly as bad as you hear.
It's like, holy cow, just rip the Band-Aid right off, punch you right in the stomach, kick you in the crotch. Like, wow. It's just, and then, Megatron's kind of beaten up and all destroyed and stuff and floating out in space.
Starscream just throws him out
Or
in
just
space.
throws him out in space. Well, there you go. I'm now the leader. He puts on this little crown. And,
I still function. I didn't hear anything. Throws him out the door.
Yep. Obviously, he always wanted to be leader. Megatron eventually floats upon Unicron, who restores into the form of Galvatron.
Which, for the movie, Galvatron was awesome.
Yeah, he was.
In the show, Galvatron was insane.
Yeah.
I hated Galvatron in the show, but in the movie, Leonard Nimoy,
Yeah, that was really cool.
talk about a menacing voice. He made a great villain.
Yeah. Yeah, he comes back and ruins Starscream's coronation.
That's a good way to put it.
Just blast him once, and that's it.
And
the
it
crown
crumbles.
falls. You just hear the crown tumble to the ground. Like, oh, this guy means
And then
business.
anyone else have any?
Hail Galvatron.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, well, that didn't last long. Like, wow. And then you got Hot Rod becoming Rodimus Prime, Ultra Magnus kind of being a whiny little. I think he thought he should have been next in line for the Matrix to become the next leader of the Autobots. And
Well, I gather Prime thought he was going to be,
yeah,
but that just didn't happen.
right, because Hot Rod's this kind of spoiled, brash young punk.
Yeah.
Hot Rod.
Yeah.
Then
Yeah.
he becomes Rodimus Prime. I'm like, I just never cared for Hot Rod or Rodimus Prime.
No, and really, I don't remember watching the season 3 episodes when I was younger. It wasn't until after I got the DVD set that I actually
I'm
really
kind of the
watched
same
him.
way. It's like I remember
He was a terrible leader because the whole season 3, he's just, am I ever going to live up to Optimus Prime? He's such a better leader. Like, he's questioning him. He never actually led.
right.
He was too busy doubting him. Like, Ultra Magnus was way more of a leader in the show.
Mm-hmm.
But, whatever.
Yeah. And then you have Spike. We haven't really mentioned the humans yet. Spike
Yeah,
and
nobody cares about
Sparkplug.
them.
Sparkplug being the dad. Spike.
Like Spike, I can kind of that's a kind of normal name. Sparkplug, come on, what are we
Sparkplug
doing?
is as dad. So the Witwickies.
Yeah. I didn't realize till recently they were actually Witwickies.
Yeah.
Which matches with
Bayformers.
Bayformers.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I can call that.
Yeah.
Again, first movie I'm relatively okay with. Everything past that, it's worse and worse and worse.
Then Spike grows up. He's got a son Daniel who wants to be a little transformer. He's the one hanging out with Hot Rod. RC's kind of like the Autobot mom.
Yeah.
All that, which again, she at this point is the only female Autobot that I could recall.
Yeah, I don't
To that point.
I don't remember seeing one before.
Yeah.
In fact, I don't remember seeing one after for a long time.
Right. It's like 'cause you don't get into like Victorion, the female combiner, which is made up of the Rust Renegades or whatever it is. It's what they're called. And again, I learned most of these characters through Transformers Earth War games. So
Because on Beast Wars, there were a few.
Right.
There were,
But
but
that was
to
the first
start
time there were a few.
to start off,
There
Black Arachnid
yeah, that
was
was
the
the only
only one that I
Right.
can remember.
She's a good character in the game. She's pretty tough.
Mm.
And Cheetor. They're
the-
same kind of character.
I see a like a scout kind of character.
Yeah.
Yeah. Growing up, I liked Cheetor quite a bit, but Tigatron was like
Oh yeah.
for sure like he was the cool cat.
Whenever he showed up, it was game over.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I guess I've probably only seen most of the first season. I don't even know if I've seen all the first season.
Well, I have a feeling I might be purchasing the first season soon.
They're yeah, it might be happening.
$10. Why
It's
not?
not bad. Because you, like you said earlier today, you can't find it to legally stream anywhere.
Right.
Right. So that's the caveat on that. You can't find it to legally stream anywhere, which is sad because, I mean, with Netflix, they used to have the
Yeah, they had
G1
it on
animated
there.
series.
Yeah.
They used to have quite a few of them.
Yeah. It's
All the G.I. Joes
all that
used to be
rights
on there.
management,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah, it's kind of a bummer. And it's more difficult to find. I think on Hulu, or is it Amazon Prime, that you can watch the first seasons, or so many episodes out of the first season of like Transformers and He-Man. And
Might be
G.I. Joe.
Hulu because I looked Amazon and the only thing that I remember seeing was it the Last Night, the newest.
Yeah, that's the only one I saw.
yeah.
Yeah, the last night.
Ugh.
It's still hurting.
2 hours of your life you won't get back.
No,
Two
it's
and a
2.5.
half.
Oh,
2:34.
no.
Man.
Oh,
I
no.
looked.
It's
I checked.
all of 10 hours long, but the
But it
runtime's
feels
2.5.
like- Yeah.
So, was it Batman v Superman? Or no, the Justice League.
I'd rather watch Justice League.
Oh, no.
Yeah, Justice League and Suicide Squad back to back before I
Throw
watched
in
last night
Batman
again.
v Superman on top of that.
Marathon that stuff.
You
Oh,
you
yeah.
cannot see the horror on my face right now, but goddamn.
Yeah. Yeah. So the one thing I do have to say about the movie, the 86 one, I guess I should be
I was
more
going to say,
specific.
yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Blah, 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 blah.
13 years ago, I could just say the movie, but now I can't.
No.
So the one thing I will say about it, it's a really beautiful looking movie.
Oh, the animation.
The
is
animation
gorgeous.
Yeah.
is, I mean, you can tell that
Put a little time in
the
it.
money and time were definitely in it, because the show, you could definitely tell it was pretty
thrown
rushed.
together to get it out there.
And
A
I
lot
saw-
of reused animation.
Market the
Yeah.
toys.
And I read, I think earlier today, they said that you could go from script to broadcast in about 4 months in the original series, because that's just how quickly they rushed through. Like now it could be like a year or 2 years per episode to actually get it done from that span. But this movie, there's some scenes, especially early on, where you just want to mute it and turn on some Pink Floyd, because it's pretty trippy.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's just some beautiful animation in Transformers, the movie.
Oh yeah,
Like, I'd like to see the Blu-ray transfer.
it's pretty.
Yeah.
It's
I'm
very
pretty sure that's the
pretty.
one you let me borrow.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
very
it'd be-
pretty. But then it has a lot of music in it.
There is.
A lot of music.
A big soundtrack.
Like half the movie is like music.
Yeah, very, very 80s inspired, obviously.
Yeah.
Oh, it's yeah, like there's 80s and then there's 80s, and this is definitely that.
I mean, I think it's just impressive that they were able to get Orson Welles to voice
Yeah.
Unicron
And he died in 85.
Right.
So this came out
after
the
he
following
passed.
year
Yeah.
after. So I don't know
Damn.
when he recorded it, but clearly they were working on this for a while.
Yeah. Judd Nelson voiced Hot Rod and Rodimus Prime, which is kind of interesting.
Well, and that's the other thing is like Galvatron and Rodimus and Ultra Magnus and Wreck-Gar and some of the other ones, they were like, these were all big name actors. Well, these characters continue in the show. They're all voiced by different people.
Right. Which
Like Frank Welker starts voicing Galvatron in the show and basically treats it like Megatron again.
Right.
Just crazier. And And I really miss that Leonard Nimoy quiet menace.
Right. Yeah. The kind of like Thanos.
Yeah, yeah.
Just, you kind of you respect Galvatron when he's voiced by Leonard Nimoy. When it's like Frank Welker, you're like, yeah, Megatron.
He's just silly, disposable villain.
And I think it's kind of neat that, Casey Kasem obviously has done a lot of, or had done a lot of voice work. Not just Billboard, or Top 40.
Probably most known for Scooby-Doo work.
Right, yeah, for being Shaggy.
Mm-hmm.
And, but he voiced Cliff Jumper, and I want to say he may have even voiced another character, but he's primarily...
Oh, I'm sure he did.
Primarily Cliff Jumper.
Because I know a lot of these guys did 2, 3, 4, 5, depending on how big of a name their main character was.
Yeah. And getting Robert Stack from Unsolved Mysteries to voice Ultra Magnus that's kind of cool. I mean,
it's interesting.
Liked his voice.
Mm-hmm.
He's got a creepy voice when he's not meaning to be creepy.
Yeah.
Because he's in Caddyshack 2. And even though he's silly and he's still creepy.
Yep.
I can't help it.
Yeah. I like to watch some old Unsolved Mystery shows.
Oh yeah, some of that is because I remember being a kid.
I used to watch
being
that all
terrified.
the time. Yeah, oh yeah.
Now, it's hilarious.
But yeah, like you were talking about, then you have Wreck-Gar, Eric Lytle.
Yeah,
Like, yeah, I mean,
and I always found his particular because they whenever they were the robots, they wouldn't just have their voice; they would have like some sort of modulation on it.
mm-hmm.
His I thought was the hardest to understand.
Yeah.
Because of what they put on his voice.
Those characters, like starting with Cup, Blur, RC, those that started there and then moved forward,
Yeah,
were just some weird characters. I'm like,
they were very bland.
It's where things, I think, that's when I kind of started losing interest in it to a point.
Oh yeah, well, whenever I burned through all the DVDs, like there was that big shift because the movie takes place between seasons 2 and 3.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, season 3, it suddenly have all these new characters.
Yeah.
And they're all bland, and there's more Decepticons that literally they have like, I forget what they're called, but they introduce them in the movie where they're Galvatron's group of like 4 or 5.
Yeah.
Like I think Scourge was the leader of them.
Yeah. You had Scourge, Cyclonus, the Seekers, or no, the Sweeps. They were the Seekers when it was Thunder, Cracker, Skywarp, Starscream, then they became the Sweeps.
And they were just like, they became just all dark blue and look the same. And
Yeah.
like they're not even trying now.
Yeah. I
But
think
it's
Cyclonus was the leader of those aerial people, I think. I don't remember for sure.
But they're like, there's such a huge shift between 2 and 3.
Mm-hmm.
Like everything from the characters to the tone of the show, even to the acting wasn't even as good.
The settings
Were bland.
just weird.
It was just and it started getting way more like space things where they started dealing with like aliens more, and there were weird there were other robots besides Autobots and Decepticons.
Yeah.
There were like other races of robots.
Sharkticons and Quintessons or whatever they're called.
Little known
With
fact,
the little heads
the
that
Quintessons built the Transformers. You find that out late in season 3.
Yeah, they're like the fathers.
They were like the ones who built them, and then they tried to get the Decepticons to do their dirty work and destroy Cybertron, or this thing in Cybertron, which would destroy all Transformers. So then they could start over, essentially.
Right.
But, there was one Decepticon who found it out, tried to tell Galvatron, of course he's insane.
Mm-hmm.
So then the dude defected to the Autobots to try to like, hey, we're all going to die. And I'm like, oh, this is like an interesting idea that they have. And it's like the 4th or 5th last episode of the series.
Yeah.
But it's not good.
I mean, I know
at
there's
that point.
people saying, well, if you guys are talking about these episodes being weird, what about episodes from like 1 and 2 with Kremzeek and the Golden Lagoon and Beachcomber or Power Glide falling in love with a girl, and it's like, yeah, that's some weird stuff too.
I mean, it's weird stuff too, but like those are like one-off things.
Yeah.
Like by season 3, there's a lot more multi-part episodes, it seems,
Right.
and there's some. Well, and then you get I guess season 4, if you want to call it, the 3 episodes in that.
Yeah.
That's where they introduce like the headmasters and the target masters, and
Yeah.
I mean that's the point I want to check out.
Yeah, the little robots turn into guns, or the headmasters, the little robots to become the head on these big robots.
There were like aliens
Yeah.
inside the Transformers,
Yeah,
and
it's
like
just-
they would team up with them, and this is
Weird.
kind of weird. Oh, we're way more powerful and stronger if we have a human inside of us, and I'm thinking that literally makes no sense.
Yeah. I mean, they even made Daniel a little car or a little robot suit in the movie, so he could transform and roll out.
Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah.
But I was like, okay.
Well, and there's a lot more. Like season 1 was very much like Earth. Mm-hmm. There was a little space bridge with Cybertron kind of stuff going on, but it was very Earth centric.
Right.
Season 2, they had a lot more characters to deal with, and there was a little more space stuff. But season 3, it's like, oh, we're not just jumping the shark; we're jumping the ocean of sharks here.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, it was like they were introducing some new concept or some new toy, like literally every other episode. And not just like a toy, but way more of the combiners.
Right.
Way more of the... I didn't even remember these. In fact, I sent you the message about them, about like... I can't even remember what they're called now. Where they're the really big ones.
Oh, the Titans.
Yeah.
Oh,
And I'm like, where
Triptychon
did-
and Metroplex. There were
Yeah.
cities.
I'm like,
Which I think make an appearance in one of the games. Triptychon, at least.
Yeah, they're in the War of Cybertron or whatever.
Yeah.
The second one.
and I'm
Oh,
just-
Fall of Cybertron.
Fall of Cybertron.
Yeah.
Fall of Cybertron.
I'm just sitting there looking at those thinking, my God, like how tall were those toys?
About the
Probably
same
not to scale.
about the same size as Omega Supreme.
You're right.
I mean, Triptychon was a battery-operated walking T-Rex, essentially. And he was in the comic series as well. And it was pretty badass in there, too. And I think he ended up fighting the Predacons, which became Predaking. So they were, like... You know, before Beast Wars, these guys...
They were like the animal ones.
Right. The
Yeah.
lion, the tiger, the like big bird, kind of vulture bird, dive bomb. But yeah,
Because they popped up late in season
Headstrong.
3,
yeah,
and I forgot all about them. But that was the other thing, is by that point, at least in the show, there were so many like subgroups. Mm-hmm. There, by then you had your aerial bots, you had your Protectobots, you had Combaticons.
Yeah,
I mean, there were like subgroups of all. Like, I was okay whenever you had Constructicons. Like, okay, that's a subgroup, fine. You had the Dinobots, okay, that's fine. But then suddenly we had a whole bunch of subgroups, and then it started being it started getting harder to tell the difference, but just looking at them, who is a Decepticon, who is an Autobot, because by that point you had cars that were Decepticons and planes that were Autobots, which seemed a bit out of place.
Yep.
And it was very blatantly obvious at that point. If anyone was in denial that this was all to sell toys, you couldn't deny it anymore at that point.
No, it was all about the marketing. Mm-hmm. And if you think about Skyfire and Jetfire, if you look at his figure, which I still have mine, I don't have all the little accessories any longer. I don't know what happened to those. All the little red things and stuff. He doesn't look like a normal Transformer. He looks like something you would see on, what was it, Robotech or something like that? Yeah, the Robotech series.
Which
of
is
toys.
back on Netflix right now.
Is it?
Yeah, all 85 episodes.
Yeah, so his physical toy design looks nothing like the cartoon.
And there's a reason for that.
Right, because of licensing issues that
he wasn't originally part of the lines that came from Japan.
Right.
He came from a totally different line.
Yeah, so they could use the design of the jet robot from Bandai for the toy, but they couldn't use it in the cartoon.
Yep.
So that's why he looks dramatically different.
I've seen a lot of short videos of like toy reviews and things from the old series, and that one seems to be a favorite of a lot of people.
Yeah, I mean, I do like it, and he's kind of a challenge to transform as well. There's like
I think that's part of the reason why.
one part of flipping his head around, and there's a plate that covers his area. It's a little tough, and his hips from the legs and stuff, they are tight. Just how that works. It's a very sturdy figure. So, other than something to do with the shoulders and elbows, I think that's the weak links on him. But still a neat figure overall. And he also kind of switched sides because him and Starscream were good friends, fellow scientists on Cybertron. And somehow something went wrong. He ended up on Earth and stuck in frozen ice in Antarctica or something like that. And they find him in the cartoon, and
I forgot about that.
And he realizes, well, Starscream, you've changed. So he joins forces with the Autobots and fights with them. And it's pretty cool.
There was one episode I was watching recently, and it was late in season 3, but I can't remember who it was. But there was a Decepticon who essentially, I don't want to say he switched sides, but he was friends with one of the Autobots. And then Galvatron put out like a hit on him. So there were these little creatures. I don't even know what they were, but when you'd see them, you'd think, oh, they're creatures the same size. But then he finally had an interaction with them, and it looks like this little tiny thing that could fit in the palm of his hand that's trying to blow him up. And he kept screwing up and not being able to get him. I mean, it was almost like some goofy comedy, like with
a
Leslie
Tom and
Nielsen.
Jerry, or
Yeah, I mean,
Wile E. Coyote.
yeah, like he would like shoot, and the Decepticon would like move or shift his weight or something, and it would miss, and it would hit somebody across the bar, start a bar fight, and then he would get embroiled in it. I mean, it was the silliest, and I thought, oh, this is where we've gone.
This is where it's gone.
See, when I talk about jumping the shark, that's the stuff we're talking about.
Yeah. I mentioned One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest earlier, and the name Ratchet for the character Ratchet, the medic, came from Nurse Ratchet.
That's right, yeah.
That movie, which we watched that movie a couple of weeks ago again. I mean, I've seen it a few times now. It's such a good movie.
Been a long time.
It holds
that is
up.
a good one.
It still holds up.
It's not a happy movie.
No, it's not. No, it's not. Let's see. And again, mentioned Autobot Skids was only in like one episode of the cartoon, twice. Each time voiced by different actors.
That's interesting.
well, the continuity and
Yeah. I
some
shouldn't
of
be
the
surprised.
older stuff just didn't.
Yeah.
You'll see Megatron in one scene, he's got the Decepticon logo. Another scene, it's no logo at all. And the other scene, it's red instead of purple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or you got Wheeljack, how he doesn't have a mouth that moves. He has those things on the sides of his head that light up.
Yeah.
But there are times when they wouldn't be lighting up and he's talking.
Or there's that one scene where Bumblebee and Spike get captured by the Decepticons, and they, apparently Bumblebee can't bust the glass in robot form. He has to transform into the car and drive through the glass to get out of this little shuttle that's going on the space bridge.
Makes sense.
Sure.
So they get out, and Bumblebee's driving, and Spike's just keeping stride for stride with him as Bumblebee's driving. Then Spike trips, falls down, and Bumblebee drives
Leaves
away.
his ass. Right. Peace out.
All right.
I just think it's hilarious every time I see, and it's not just the original series. It's pretty much every incarnation. Whenever you see them running, just turn into a damn car and drive away because you're
Yep.
way faster.
Yep.
Trailblazer says we transform because it's better. It's faster than walking.
Exactly. And I just can't understand why there's so many scenes of them running. And
Yeah.
you should be driving.
Yeah. Or, the Decepticons can fly in robot mode. And
Right.
early, the Autobots can, but then, like, in a couple episodes into the series, Optimus Prime
stops
needs a
happening.
jetpack
Yep.
so he can fly up there. It's like, hello.
What happened? Did
Yep.
you run out of power?
Yeah.
Yep. And there's even I guess right somewhere in season 3, there's a thing where Galvatron has to team up with the Autobots because I will say this was an interesting idea. There was this virus. Oh, it was the Return of Optimus Prime 2-parter where there's like this virus that makes them go rage and
Yeah.
want to destroy everything, but it affects everybody. So it's Galvatron. He's the only Decepticon left. And the dwindling numbers of Autobots have to team up. And there's one scene where they're walking across this web thing, and then he shoots it, and it starts collapsing, and he's just, oh, Autobots can't fly. And I thought, oh, yeah, that's right. They can't in this version.
Right. Except for the aerial bots that can, I guess.
Yeah, except for like Springer and
Yeah, because
some of those.
Yeah, because Springer was a triple changer as well, or
I think so.
yeah. I think to me the weirdest Autobot, probably the weirdest Transformer to me in general, Skylynx. He was a triple changer.
Was that the shuttle?
Yeah, and this is a shuttle, and he had a bird head, and it was weird.
Didn't he have like a accent, like a British
Yeah.
accent or something? Yeah,
Yeah,
American shuttle, British accent.
yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Why not?
It's like a combined tiger and bird in one mode.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it's just the weirdest thing.
I'm just surprised there weren't any snake ones.
Well, Beast Wars kind of had one.
I kind of.
Yeah.
It was like a Cobra because it was like 2 bots in one. I forget what his name was, like something Striker. It might have even just been Striker, but it was like he was a scorpion, but the tail was a cobra. Yeah, it was like 3rd season. It went way off the rails.
The point where I was lost.
Oh
Gone.
yeah. But yeah, that's about the closest I can remember to a snake.
Of all the creatures they haven't used, sure, why not?
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, I mean, I think overall they did really good with a lot of the character designs, especially in Generation 1. Just, you had the little van for Ironhide and Ratchet, but, the toy was weird. You had Mirage, was the, Formula 1 race car looking guy that could turn invisible.
I kind of liked him.
Yeah. Trax was the Corvette, traditional Corvette that you would see from the 70s, and early 80s. Really nice. But the toy had wings. You didn't really see him fly too much. I'm like, why has he got... I mean, that was one of his modes. Like, he's not a triple changer, but he's got plane mode. Like, okay.
Yeah, I will say, especially with, season 1, definitely, but I guess you could say season 2, there was a lot of variety. Even if it was the exact same thing, they had vastly different color schemes.
Right.
So you could very easily tell all the different characters apart. So it was kind of like, even though you had Ratchet and Ironhide were literally the exact same model.
Right. Or like Prowl and Blue Streak. Both
Yeah.
little dots in sport cars.
Yeah.
One's a cop, the other one's not.
Yeah, they're essentially, or I guess you can say like Bumblebee and Cliff Jumper.
Toy-wise, they were both Volkswagen Beetles.
Yeah.
One was red and one was yellow.
Yeah. And then later on he becomes Goldbug.
Oh, Jesus. Goldbug.
Oh boy. Like, it literally happened in the span of about 10 seconds in the show. Like,
Yeah.
oh, you're not going to make a big deal? But anyways. But they're very clearly... But it also goes back to the fact that they had very different personalities in the show, too, which helped.
Yeah.
The Decepticons, not as much, because you had, like, the 3, but they had vastly different color schemes.
Yep.
Like Starscream was the white one,
Mm-hmm.
and I always forget the other two, but there was the blue one and the purple one.
Yep. Thundercracker's blue and Skywarp is the purple black.
Yeah, but it was like the very definitely had different color schemes,
Yep.
and then later on, let's just lose that.
Mm. Yep.
But I love those designs of the first season in particular.
Yeah. I like that, I guess it would still be Hasbro or whatever, that reissued or has been reissuing a lot of the original G1 figures. And I picked up a Bumblebee and a Starscream. And they've also done Optimus Prime, but you don't get the trailer, you just get the cab for $45. I'm like, no. I mean, I've still got my original
Well, inflation.
Optimus. Yeah.
Yeah,
You know, they did like Gears, and I think they did Brawn as well. They did a few of the smaller ones on the card. Wind Charger, I think. He was a little red car. I had one of him. Beachcomber was a little dune buggy.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, they even reissued the Devastator set,
Oh,
which
that's
I
cool.
thought about buying another one just to have in the package, but I didn't. I should have just did it, but I didn't. I want to get a Soundwave though.
Soundwave was always the one that I always kind of wished I had.
I
but
never had him. I had Blaster, the Autobot radio, which he was so much bigger than Soundwave, the toy.
Does he transform into the same size radio, though?
Oh, he's a big radio.
Oh, he's a big radio.
Yeah, he's.
So he's like a
every bit
boombox rather than a
he's like
Walkman?
about that wide. Yeah, it's a much larger character than Soundwave.
You know, I just thought of this. They do make comment a couple times that I saw on the show where it was they would reference their counterpart, meaning on the other side. And at that point, because I mentioned earlier about you've got cars that are bad guys and planes that are good guys, but you also had literally, you got to the point where it was the exact same thing for the other side. So
Right.
it was, for me at least, it was okay if they were on the same side, but they had a totally different color scheme.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're suddenly having the exact same thing on the opposite side, but it's a different color scheme, I mean, I can just see now where it's okay, they're going to battle, and you have the two boomboxes fighting, you have the two cars fighting, you have the two planes fighting.
Like Warpath and Blitzwing would have little fights because they were both tanks.
Right.
Though they
Yeah.
had tank forms.
And if you have like one or two, okay. But it got to a point where there were just so many that it was literally the exact same thing on the other side. I mean, you had Blaster, and he had like the 4 or 5 smaller ones that could come out of them. Well, so did Soundwave. And they were like Panthers. And,
Little
Eagles
tiny
and-
miniature men.
Little
yeah,
birds.
little
Rumble
men
and-
with little, I don't even know what pile driver things
Yeah.
for
Yeah,
arms.
that's what I would say. Yeah, you could just turn into that. Yeah, because which was also weird with the toys, because they would get the names were different from sometimes in the toy to the cartoon. Like in the cartoon, Rumble is blue, and what's the other one's name? I'm trying to think. Frenzy. Frenzy's red and black, or it's vice versa in the toys. Buzzsaw is the bird cassette that comes with the Soundwave figure. Laserbeak was a separate purchase, which why didn't you use Buzzsaw in the cartoon instead of Laserbeak? That's how you packaged them. Mm-hmm. Like, it's kind of odd.
Because money.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess.
Sure.
Yeah, and then I guess they kind of got lazy with the Gen 2 toys where they just took the same molds, same exact figures, and just use a different color.
Yeah. I mean, some of them were like more metal. Like some of them were, because I remember most of mine are Gen 2. Well, I take it back. I think all of mine are actually Gen 2, but they're all Gen 1 characters. But yeah, I mean, they look identical. It's just some of them are just, there's more metal than plastic.
Yeah.
But not all of them, because my Devastator, it's pretty much all plastic.
Yeah.
But my
You said yours
Jazz
is like the
and-
yellow, isn't it?
Yeah, I have the yellow one. But my Jazz and Sideswipe, which is a black Sideswipe, that's mostly metal. Like you could injure someone pretty badly by throwing it at them.
Sunstreaker was mostly metal too, because because his front legs definitely were.
Was that the yellow Lambo?
Yes. Yeah, his front end's metal. Mm-hmm. That's it. It's just weird how they did that stuff.
Yeah, and then I have an Optimus with the trailer and all. It might be the same one you have.
Yeah, very well.
It's a weird hybrid of metal and plastic.
Yeah.
It's like part of the cab's metal and part of it's plastic.
Yeah.
It's like the part where the windshield and all is metal. His
Yeah.
arms and shoulders are plastic. His legs are plastic, but I think his feet are metal again.
I always thought it was weird that like the front of the cab opens,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it could fold down.
which I thought was weird because I know it's used for like the fists are supposed to go in the cab,
that's where I stored the fists.
but you can, because the head folds down in there, but you can just put the fists in there in front of the head. You don't have to open the cab.
right,
But whatever. Just I guess if they got stuck,
it's easier to get out.
I guess. I used to have. Do you remember Mighty Max?
Oh, yes.
I had one Mighty Max thing, and it had one of the little tiny Mighty, and I would have him as my driver in my Optimus
Oh,
Prime
okay.
because it was the only vehicle that you can get in the cab.
Yeah, true.
I mean, none of the rest of it, like it was all like crap folded up into where the people would be, but not in that one.
Well, wheeljack, not necessarily the cab, but you could lift the little roof with the windshield, and there was a little spot you could set something in there.
Well, I didn't have Wheeljack,
Oh,
so I didn't.
wow.
My first Wheeljack was this 2005 Mustang.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I still remember getting my wheeljack for Christmas, and I took it to my grandparents' house. Was thinking this is the neatest toy. I loved my wheeljack.
I'm telling you, Wheeljack's the best.
So cool. It was so cool just to see. And you look at some of those old Transformer commercials from that era. It's like, oh my god, just horrible.
They're pretty cringeworthy.
Yeah, but it's like those toys were so awesome.
So, just kind of in the vein of toys and transforming, do you guys remember Attack Packs?
That sounds very familiar.
So, probably more my generation, but
Yeah.
Attack Packs were very loosely based on like transforming, where they would have like it'd be like a fire engine with like monster tire trucks that would turn into like these huge claws,
Oh yeah,
and it would have like this cement truck that would turn into this giant like hornet with slime, which of course didn't get
you
the
didn't
slime.
get to have slime.
And again, more monster trucks with big tires, but it would turn into like this weird bat truck thing. Real weird. I think they were called Attack Packs.
I haven't thought of those in
I had a couple of them,
so long.
but Beast Wars quickly took that over because it went Transformers, little space in between the was it I guess G2 or G3, and then Beast Wars happened, and Attack Packs fit like right in there somewhere. So.
Boy, that's a blast from the past there.
And they may
Very.
also be at my grandparents' house if I still have them.
Huh.
Sounds like you guys really need to go to the places where the stuff's at and see what shape the stuff's still in.
It's too late. Whatever it's in, it's in.
You say it's too late, but you never know.
Yeah, I'm afraid to look.
It's the spiders.
Right.
yeah.
It's a crypt that you don't want to open.
This is going to be a winter thing. If I go in the summer, I'll die.
Oh.
The
Why don't you
spiders.
just go in like the fall or something? It's
Spiders,
still spiders.
Just
Not
wait
cold
till
enough.
wait a few freezes,
Jeez.
then we'll look.
Justin, yours is like in air controlled,
Oh yeah, they're
Controlled
just
climate.
sitting in the basement.
Much better than
Yeah.
what mine probably are.
Yep, they're still sitting on the basement.
Yeah, if they have any decals, they're probably already peeling or toast.
I do have to admit, probably a lot of the decals are not probably doing so well, but
Yeah, I
I
mean,
took pretty good care of my stuff for
Yeah.
the most part.
it was just to me, it was kind of tough. The stickers didn't have the greatest adhesive.
No, they
and if
really
you wanted
didn't.
to play with anything, they kind of start rubbing
Not
off.
unless they had the metallic backing.
Right.
Those always were.
The foil stickers.
Yeah,
whatever.
those always stuck around, huh? Whereas, like, kind of the more paper backing, they didn't hang around as
Which
much.
I never really understood as a child why they wanted to do the where on the G1 toys. You know, if you stuck your thumb on it, you could find out, is this an Autobot or a Decepticon? I already
no.
know.
The heat
Yeah.
signature thing. They did
Yeah,
those.
the
Yeah.
little gray square with the little. I'm like, I already know what faction this Transformer is part of.
Well, I will say, and I don't want to play devil's advocate, but I will say at a certain point, with so many of the different things they were putting in, and there were, there's cars on both sides. There could have been on either side.
Yeah,
Especially when you have a lot of reskins.
But I
Yeah.
watched I watched the cartoons. I knew.
Yeah, fair enough. I remember growing up and knowing about that little black. For me, it was a little black square, and it was a heat signature thing. It was almost like a mood ring, but
Yep.
just for Transformers. And you'd press your thumb over it, and Decepticon, there it is.
Yep.
You already knew what it was, but it was kind of cool that it did have that.
Yeah.
Something they didn't have to include, but they did.
If the packaging was red, it's an Autobot. If
Yeah.
the packaging had purple, it's a Decepticon.
They had to figure out some way to keep reselling the same things.
Yeah. Yeah, because like not all of like the first releases, they didn't have those little sticker things on there.
Right.
You just knew. Mm-hmm. And then they said, "Ooh, we're just gonna re-release them. We're gonna put these little stickers on there because it'll be cool. It'll be a little marketing ploy."
Yep.
And it worked.
Stop it. Whatever. No, I would sit at a grocery store whenever my mom would go grocery shopping or whatever. I would just go to the magazines and comic book section and sit down in the same little spot and, read through comic books. And that's where I got a lot of my Transformers comics.
That's funny.
I had bought a comic book lot off eBay years ago that kind of filled a lot of the comics that I didn't already have.
Now, was this at a Schnucks or was it a National?
It was Schnucks.
Okay.
Yeah, we always went to the Schnucks.
I didn't know if
and
you guys had a National.
It was Fenton. I worked at a national supermarket.
Whoa!
Right, briefly. Then
Then Schnucks took it over.
no. I
So
just
old.
it was just a few weeks, probably 4 or 5 weeks. One time I was doing bagging and I went to pull this cart forward. The cart was not moving, so I pulled a little harder. A kid's finger was stuck in the wheel, so I hurt his finger. I'm like, And then that was when it was starting to get cold, and I'm like, I don't want to go out and get carts. So I was like,
So you're
"Screw
like,
this."
peace out.
I'm like, screw this. I'm going to go back to work for my parents at the Department of Revenue office.
Fair
or
enough.
McDonald's at the time. I can't remember which job I went back to. I'm like, nope.
Justin, just out of curiosity, have you ever worked at a McDonald's?
I never worked in fast food. I worked in a family restaurant
Okay.
as a
guys.
busser.
Still a restaurant environment.
So
Yeah.
it was its own animal.
Fair enough. I was going to say, I know we both have worked at McDonald's.
Yeah.
I was just curious, they always say people who worked at McDonald's, they go places. Or at least
Well-
they like to say it on the commercials.
Right.
I guess it explains my plight.
Yes.
Now
JK,
it all
JK.
makes sense.
Yeah. So there are a lot of different TV series with this. Obviously, G1's the most well-known. Then we would go Beast Wars. But there are a lot more mixed in there.
I didn't realize Beast Machines was a thing.
I never...
I'd heard
Dawned on
about it,
me.
but I never really knew what it was. And then I kind of did a little reading up on it like last year or something, just because I'm weird.
You're like, wow, cool.
And apparently it's literally... think of it as... So there was the first couple seasons of Power Rangers, and then it kind of molded into like there was the transition with Alien Rangers, and then it
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no.
kind of goes into the next Rangers phase. Like Beast Machines was kind of like that. It was just the next phase of Beast Wars.
Ugh.
I mean, it wasn't even like a sequel. It was just a continuation. But it was a lot darker from what I understand.
That's the way it looks.
And I believe it was on Cybertron, maybe? I don't think it
like
was
it.
on like the planet anymore.
I don't like it.
it's one of those things, from what I understand, it's either one that you really, really love or you really, really hate. And there's really
Right.
not a whole lot in between.
Okay.
I'm curious enough to check it out,
I
but
probably will look more into it. I mean, I know it's on here because you go back through and you're like, oh, I've seen a few episodes of like Armada, a couple episodes of Energon.
I watched quite a bit of Armada and Energon only in the last, like, probably 5 years. And that's because, so we had, in my room, I just have like regular antenna for TV.
Right.
And on the I guess it was Kids Click TV. Are you familiar with that?
No, is it like a smart TV app or something?
No, I think it's like a web-based thing where it's just like kids shows.
Okay.
And one of the local channels, which I kind of got hooked on, in the mornings they would instead show Kids Click TV. So I'd wake up on the weekends and Kids Click TV was just because I'd fall asleep with it on, and I see that and I think,
What is this?
what is it? And they're just cartoons, new cartoon, and like they weren't my thing. But if I woke up early enough, I think it was the 6 or 7 o'clock hour, they would show Armada. And so for months I would, and then I kind of started waking up at the same time. Yes, I'm waking up at 6 or 7 o'clock on a Saturday. And I would kind of be awake enough to kind of see what it is and think, I'm going back to sleep.
Right.
But then after so many weeks of it, I thought, this is
See what
interesting.
this is all about.
So then I just kind of would wake up, watch it, and then I'd go back to sleep. And then they stopped showing that, and then they started showing Energon. So I started watching that a little bit. Didn't like it nearly as much. So original Transformers had Spike and Bumblebee as kind of like the duo.
Buddies, yeah.
Yeah, the human robot buddies. I can't remember what it was in this one, but instead of Bumblebee, I'm pretty sure it was Ironhide, but they made him like almost like a surfer dude kind of.
Oh my god.
It did not work for me.
Yeah, like those series, I'm like, I couldn't get into it. I know there's also like
no.
rescue bots or something like that.
Yeah,
which is more like kiddie style.
it seemed very kiddie,
Yeah.
so I didn't even try. But I know some of these are more anime kind of styled.
Yeah, the art direction is a little different.
Yeah, and as long as it wasn't too kiddie, I would maybe give it a shot, but I didn't really watch too closely.
It's like I think Robots in Disguise is probably the newest series, which you can watch that on Netflix. And it's not bad. I mean, it's not horrible. Some aspects of it's a little weird. Because again, you got characters like Bulkhead. I'm like, who's Bulkhead? I don't know. He's not a G1 character, so I don't know. Sideswipe is there. Bumblebee's there. He's kind of the leader because Optimus is dead, gone, comes back during the show to just briefly. I'm like, yeah, there's 3 little kids mixed in here. I'm like, this is weird.
Sure.
And Grimlock is a Decepticon, but he's a good Decepticon because he's teamed up with the Autobots now.
Was this
Weird.
the series, and I could be wrong, but was this a series that was made in Japan and then was dubbed for America?
No, I don't think so.
Because there was one that's relatively new that was specifically made in Japan for Japan, and then they brought it over and dubbed it in English. And I've heard, and this might not be the right one, but whichever one it is, it's some people like it, some people don't like it, but it seems that the people who watch it in Japanese with it subtitled apparently like it more. But I can't, because apparently the acting is marginal in the American version.
Yeah.
I can't remember which one it is.
Yeah,
There's so many that have popped up in the last 10 years.
yeah, which is kind of hard to believe.
You're right.
They've done this many series, but to me, it's just nothing has taken off like the original G1 or even Beast Wars,
Right.
for that matter.
And even Beast Wars was fairly divisive in its time.
Yeah.
I think it's only probably in the last maybe 10, 15 years that it's kind of, people have, I don't know if rediscovering is the right word, but
Look back at
its
it
legacy
fondly.
is starting to be a little more positive.
And apparently Netflix, again, going back to Netflix, which doesn't have the original G1 series anymore, they're working on an origin story series
I don't know what to think about this.
Yeah, which I guess is just going to take more on Cybertron again. I don't know.
Because there's a lot of flashbacks and backstory and stuff throughout all the other series. So I don't know if it's going to be like its own thing or if it's going to like incorporate some of that stuff or what.
And some of those other series only ran for a season, 2 seasons, maybe 3.
Yeah, some of them don't run long.
Yeah.
And it's not like they're doing like the episode numbers that Gen 1 had, where it was like, I mean, the first season was short, but like season 2 is like, what, 60, 65 episodes?
Yeah.
I mean, these are like 20, 30 at most.
Yeah. I mean, and again, people, I think, sometimes forget that even G1 only lasted for a few seasons, years. I mean, but there was so much content they just threw out. It was like, holy cow.
Yeah, because if I remember correctly, I believe first season was on, I think, once a week, but then season 2 was like every day.
Right.
And season 3 was too. I mean, they dumped out the content.
Yeah, they did. Because they're like, ooh, moneymaker.
Yeah, yeah.
Take advantage of it.
Right.
Keep striking while it's hot.
Now, I did, because currently Prime is on Netflix.
Yes.
So I tried to watch it, and because I don't remember watching it before, so I figured for this I'd give it a shot. And the 2 reactions I had right away is that there's a lot of conflict between the Autobots. They're not all
buddy jummy.
Yeah. And the one thing I will say that I do kind of like is it kind of reminds me of Beast Wars in the sense that it's a very small number of them.
You don't have a whole ton of characters to have to try to keep up with and follow.
Right. So I like that idea. So each one can develop a little more. But to me, it was too closely related to the Bayformers because Bumblebee's not talking again in this.
Yeah, we're getting that.
And it's too closely related to. I guess 2010s when it came out.
Yeah, I think so.
So it's like right in the beginning, middle of that whole thing. So I get why they did it, but it's too closely with it that I can't. I can't.
Yeah, and I think either you or Brad put in the notes Jeffrey Combs.
Oh yeah, that's
Ratchet.
all me. Yeah, Jeffrey. That's the one thing I like about it. Jeffrey Combs is Ratchet. Anything with Jeffrey Combs, I'm right there.
Yeah, Ratchet I think is a pretty consistent character throughout all this, and somehow Sideswipe is too. Like I don't.
It's like you got your Bumblebee, your Optimus, your Ratchet.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe Ironhide.
Yeah.
For the most part.
Yeah, I mean, I really love the art style in the Robots in Disguise. Because you see Wheeljack in one of the episodes, you're like, "Yep, that's Wheeljack." You see Drift, yeah, that's Drift. He's like a samurai kind of warrior, which again I learned mostly through the Earth Wars game. I don't know. I guess that's one reason why I like the Earth Wars, is because it's G1 style, incorporated a lot of characters that I already knew, and then they introduced more characters for other people that are fans of different segments of Transformers universe.
The other thing I like about Earth Wars is the music, because it takes me right back to the original cartoon.
Yeah,
it's the same music.
Yeah, at one point they put that where that was like the opening music or something like that, or the ending music and stuff. I've had the sounds off for a long time. I can't listen to that for 3 years.
Yeah.
When you're playing a repetitive game like that, like, no.
It's one of those things, like, I'll turn it on every so often and be like, oh, yeah, that's nice. And then the next day, it's, okay, back off.
Yeah. I mean, like, whenever they put that 80s music, I'm like, oh, that was cool for a couple days. I'm like, oh, done.
At least it doesn't have the touch in it. Or Dare.
Yeah.
Which I didn't even know that was the name of that song, Dare.
You've got the touch. You got the power.
So I can't take that song seriously.
I can't either.
Because of Boogie Nights.
Fair enough.
For anyone who hasn't seen, there is a scene with Mark Wahlberg singing The Touch in Boogie Nights, and he's off key the entire time.
Which is funny because then Mark Wahlberg is in some of the later Bayformers movies.
Yes. Yes, he is.
Huh. That's that funny little full circle thing
Yeah.
right there.
Yeah. Yeah, we take a wonderful movie like Boogie Nights and then have to go back to Bayformers. Great.
Yeah, actually, I think Robots in Disguise was the first Japanese original Transformers show dubbed for America. So, yeah, I guess that was a thing.
It has.
But I haven't noticed.
Isn't
it
that the
as
one
being
that's
dubbed.
a little more anime styled?
It must be. I mean, I don't look at it as anime style. To me, just looking at the visuals, I don't see it. I don't know, it's just me though.
Cartoon in disguise.
Right. Yeah, I guess. All right, so let's get back into the movies.
Oh boy.
The more modern.
Yeah, starting in 2007 with Transformers.
Not too bad.
No, I mean, I went into it with, oh my God, I'm finally going to get to see a Transformers movie on the big screen, much in the way I was with the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movies. I know some people are like, ew, Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movies. Well, I love them because I was wanting to see a Spider-Man movie on the big screen for my entire life. To that point.
I guess in the same way that I was with the newest Pokemon movie.
Yep.
That was live action.
Yep, Detective Pikachu.
Yeah.
It's like, this is something you've waited for your entire life. It's not an animated film.
Mm-hmm.
So you see this, and you're like, that doesn't look like Optimus Prime. Yeah, his head maybe looks similar, but that Optimus doesn't have his cab. His truck mode does not have a long. It's Peterbilt or Kenworth. It's not one of those. I'm like, And Bumblebee is a Camaro.
Which I'm kind of okay with. He looks cool, but
He does.
it doesn't necessarily match with what he was.
Correct.
So
Which
I
is a
acknowledge
little bitty
that.
Car. It's like, where I don't get this whole, why did we make Bumblebee this badass when he was kind of a goofy, stumbling weakling from the first one?
It was like he had
Yeah.
the big heart,
Yeah.
but he didn't have like the strength to back it up.
Yeah.
And I was okay with, like, I love that character
Right.
because he was always trying to do the right thing.
Right.
He always meant to be the hero. He just didn't have the strength to do it.
I mean, for crying out loud, Bumblebee in the cartoon transforms too close to the edge of this ravine and slides back down the hill, and that's how him and Spike get caught. I'm like, seriously? You couldn't think, just let's not transform right on the edge of this cliff. Like, Jesus Christ.
Oops.
Like,
Maybe he read the script.
I guess, yeah. So,
I really didn't care for any of the designs of the robots in the movie
No.
because
Yeah.
they were too human.
Yeah, come to think of it, I
Like-
can't really think of any of them that stuck out that I'm like, oh yeah, I liked that one specifically.
I mean, to me, that it almost looked like the designs, like if it was a Zack Snyder movie,
Yeah.
because it's all very dull and there's no color differential. It's all very bland looking.
yeah.
Like, oh, Optimus Prime has flames on his. Well, when he transforms, that's all gone.
Yeah. He's not.
CGI for the sake of CGI.
He's not
Yeah.
purple and an off shade of red.
Yeah, there's a lot of dark gray and that,
A lot of, in quotation, shiny metal.
yeah. And the other thing and this is one of my biggest pet peeves in movies in general. Look at any action movie made in the last 15 years. Look at the amount of shaky cam. And the whole reason that's done is it basically covers up any problems or inconsistencies in the film. So if like the CG doesn't look so good, like, oh, we'll just shake the camera and no one will notice.
Right, because he'll be distracted by the shaky camera.
Right. And I mean, the Marvel movies do it. All the Transformers movies do it. My God,
Pacific
war
Rim.
movies do Pacific Rim does it.
Pacific Rising.
A bunch of war movies do it.
I bet the new Godzilla movie does it.
I'm pretty
I
sure
would
it's
imagine
gonna.
it will, yeah.
But it's like any type, and there was a whole lot of that where you couldn't tell really what was going on because there'd be times whenever they'd be like fighting and they're rolling around.
I know
but
a
the
lot
camera's
of,
in too
lot
close.
of rolling and tumbling and
Yeah, but the camera's in so tight you can't tell what part is of what robot because all the colors are muted and they look the same.
it's like Megatron and Starscream look very similar. Like I don't know who the hell this is.
Right. And that's why I brought up the point earlier about, especially in the season 1, even if it was the exact same model, the color scheme's wildly different. So you could immediately know who's who. But in here, they're fighting and rolling around.
Like, I don't know who's that.
I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, it just, these are so, to me, disappointing.
Yeah,
Yes.
and while I say the first one's decent, they go downhill sharply.
Yeah.
And they do not get better.
Yeah, I mean, you got Shia LaBeouf, Megan Fox, just the whole gratuitous sexy girl. She's bending over working on Bumblebee because her car broke down. And I just don't get all this. I mean, I know what they were going for. We were going to attract the teeny guys because we were going to keep showing the Megan Fox clip in the trailer and everything. And like, I want Transformers.
Well,
and I want,
what's sexier than a girl working on a car, I guess.
Yeah, I know. But,
It's kind of like those Carl's Jr. commercials.
Yep.
right?
Sexy girl eating
Eating
the
the
burger.
cheeseburger. Mm-mm. But man, is she thin somehow.
You're right. Yeah.
You don't eat there often, do you?
Maybe once a year.
Right. Just
To
for
get that
commercial.
paycheck.
Yeah.
I mean, I will say I've only seen 3 of the 5. I saw the first one in the theater.
Yep.
The first one I had very high expectations for, which were severely not met.
Yeah.
And then I went back to see the second one with much lower expectations,
But it still failed even
and it
more.
failed even more to the point that I didn't bother seeing 3 or 4. And the only reason I saw the last night was because we were doing this,
And it was on Prime.
and it was on Prime,
Right.
and
Didn't have to hunt it down.
I didn't have to hunt it down, but boy, have you ever wanted to go back in time and stop yourself from making a bad decision?
Yeah, that's
Watching that is right up there.
Yeah.
So I saw the first 4 in theaters. I have yet to see the 5th one, and judging by from what I've heard, I don't know if I should.
Oh, you've put in this much. You should.
Yeah.
Might as well,
You
right?
might as well.
I'll get a 12-pack and a whole pizza, and we'll have at it.
You'll need it. I would volunteer my services to accompany you on this,
But you've already served your time.
but I've already served my time. You got to go
Yeah,
through this
same
on
here.
your own.
It's on you. You might want to just get you a 6-pack.
Well,
Make it a
I-
very strong 6-pack.
I was going to say, I've heard it's rough. I might need
It's
that
long.
12-pack.
That's
It
true,
feels
long.
its length.
Every
See, the
bit
second
of-
one, the one thing I remember about the second one, it's been a long time since I've seen it, was there's a sequence, I guess it's in the last hour, where they're running, they have to run like a mile, but this mile seems to last 45 minutes. And it just keeps going and going. And I'm sitting here thinking, no wonder this movie's so long. My God. And then I saw that and so then I started paying attention to the run times of these movies, and I saw third and fourth. Yeah, they're not a whole lot shorter. And this fifth one, it's 2.5 hours also.
234.
And they set up a sequel possibility at the end of it, so it's not like they purposefully are like, this is the end. It's their returns that have basically said, this might be the end.
Yeah.
I mean, they're setting up for. Should I go into the spoilers?
Sure.
No one cares.
They're
There's a
setting
few
it up.
things
They're
that
setting it up for a Unicron
You're right, yeah.
because
Well, that's the thing, though, because Unicron's
that was
already
gonna-
been a thing in earlier films.
right.
That was
right.
going to be my guess, was Unicron.
And the one thing I will say that I don't say impressed is definitely not the right word, fascinated by, was the villain in it is Quintessa,
Right,
which is, I guess, based on the Quintessons
right.
from the earlier.
Which had the multi-faces, but they're all
Right.
the same, but different personalities.
Yeah. And in here, it was just
really
like,
weird. A girl
it was just a girl
floating around.
floating.
Like
It
you
was
would
a-
see something like a Medusa kind of thing with like wavy hair, kind of
Yeah.
screen, whatever. Ah.
It didn't do a whole. Oh, and you do see Grimlock,
Yeah, so now Grimlock
sort of.
in what was it? Age of
Age of
Extinction?
Extinction, where he shows up for the first time.
Right. They bring in like a few of the Dinobots.
Briefly.
Right. it's
They're
in the
promised-
last 5
they're-
to 10 minutes or whatever.
Yeah, they're
All
promised.
the trailers was we're gonna see the Dinobots.
And man, do we see them for all of like 1 minute.
Yeah. But now, Grimlock was kind of a badass in Age of Extinction, even though he didn't really do a whole lot. And now you see him, now he's like a fucking dog. Having to spit.
He is.
Mark Wahlberg, his
Yeah.
character, is yelling at him to spit out a fucking car.
Yeah, he ate a car, and he's like, "No, you spit that out. You drop that."
It's
You-
like a cat kicking out a hairball or something.
yeah, it was. And there's mini Dinobots.
Right, little baby. Oh,
Little
like,
baby
what in the
ones?
hell is this?
Oh no.
The girl that shows us. Oh, that's so cute. Oh, you're heavy.
Yeah, and they had one.
It was a Triceratops. Was the one little one? I was like, but no.
Yeah, there was like a little Triceratops. There's a little T-Rex. I thought there was
Probably
a
like
third
a
one.
probably like a little, because there is a Velociraptor that's just a female Dinobot that is,
Oh, yeah, that could be.
that's in.
It was a
Earth Wars
two-legged
and-
one.
Yeah.
There was one that so there was I think his name was Cover, and it seemed like his whole purpose was to be a decoy to cover things. Like he was just this giant Autobot thing, and his back he looked like a turtle.
It
And
let's
his-
just look like things just magnetically attached
Yeah.
to him or something.
And he
should have called him Hoarder.
yeah.
'Cause
Yeah.
It looked like it was be somebody's hoarding house.
Yeah, right. And then we have one of the greatest actors ever,
Anthony Hopkins.
Anthony Hopkins. Oh, poor
In
guy.
this. And he's arguing with that like C-3PO character.
Right.
Because he wanted to, I was just wanting that to be very, elemental music or something like that. I wanted to change the mood. I'm like, he's up there playing the stupid organ like Phantom of the Opera. I'm like, this is the stupidest thing.
Right. So in Back to the Future 3, there's the one scene early on where Marty's talking to Doc about trying to explain what's going on, and Doc's freaking out, and he's laying on the organ, and
Right.
the sound it's making is very like dramatic. Like, okay, you do that one time, you get a little chuckle, okay, you move on.
He did it a second time.
He did it. There were a couple things he did right in a row that's like, what kind of a movie? Are you padding for time, or are you trying to make this a comedy now?
Yeah. Like Anthony Hopkins, of all roles to take, why?
Just wanted to be part of the lore, I guess.
Yeah, that's a great.
I'm
Franchise I want
guessing
to
they
tag my
offered
name
him a
to.
lot of money.
Well, money will do it.
You get the paycheck.
Yep.
You move along.
Then they're fighting in Stonehenge, and it's just
Yeah.
weird.
It's
And then there's like that sexual tension between Mark Wahlberg and the one gal.
yeah.
When's the last time that you've had relations? I'm saving myself. Saving yourself for what? Old age or this is this weird humor.
Yeah. And there's like this thing that it's like the first sign of the apocalypse.
Oh yeah, that he's got on
That
his arm.
attaches to him, and it like
because it all ties in with King Arthur's court. And
Yeah.
I'm like,
What?
medieval times and
this thing like will move around his body to protect him, but he has to stay chaste. And so as the sexual tension rises, it moves down to cover his groin. Oh yeah, this is all.
golly.
There's a submarine transformer apparently that has been on display as a
Like a
unknowingly
museum
as a
piece.
museum piece.
Yeah.
And the whole purpose of it is just to work as a submarine to take them from point A to point B.
Right.
Like I was like, oh, we finally get to see a submarine transformer. Okay,
Right.
I'm at least
Curious.
I'm mildly curious
Yeah.
now.
And then
Oh,
you
it
have
doesn't do anything.
Right. And Anthony Hopkins talks about whenever they get in there, the smell of, musky men in tight quarters. I'm like,
Yeah,
Jesus.
yeah.
So far gone from Silence of the Lambs.
Yeah.
You have one of your most, it's like, geez.
Well, he's not Hannibal Lecter anymore.
No. Gosh.
Yeah, and you see, like, there's this one scene that I was sitting on the couch slumping down at this point going, oh, it's the long exposition scene. Give them the exposition. talking about how the Autobots have been their secret guardians for so many years, and there's all these pictures of them throughout history. And I'm sitting here thinking, you're going to tell me that you've had these giant robots fighting on your side for all these wars,
And then you
and
got-
nobody knows about it?
Right, not till the 5th movie.
Yeah. I mean, there's not one person in this picture with this group of 20 dudes in World War I who's not going to be like, hey, so guess what we just had to do whenever I was in the war? We had this giant dude on our side.
But, it's the war, so they don't talk about it.
I guess.
Right.
They saw horrible things.
Did like about this was the fact that, they
The
did-
dragon?
No.
There's a
Spoilers.
Transformer dragon.
Right.
Spoilers.
It looked just like Game of Thrones kind of stuff.
Oh,
at the
yeah.
beginning. Yeah.
Yeah. It didn't even look like a robot. It
That-
looked
that
like
wound's still
shiny
fresh.
dragon.
The whole opening of like the Merlin talking to the one Transformer, whatever.
Uh-huh.
I thought it was just reminding me of like a Monty Python skit.
Okay, so it wasn't just me.
No, it was not just
Okay,
you.
good.
But probably worse.
Very, yeah, it was worse.
Well, yeah.
And then this flying dragon comes out, and we'll just say, your car seeing all over the place and burning stuff up. I'm like, what is this, King's Landing again?
Yeah. I mean, it's like the first sequence of the movie. So it's,
Right, this is the first 10, 15 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, it's right away. It's King Arthur, and they're waiting on Merlin and his help.
But I want to go back to Revenge of the Fallen. Devastator in that bastardized version. Like, that is not Devastator for crying out fucking loud.
So didn't he reminded me of like like an anteater kind of thing?
Yeah, because he just sucks stuff up and then chews it. Just
Yeah.
chops it up. I'm like, no.
And
No.
it's a very fine line between reinventing and redesigning versus bastardizing. And this series, I don't think really cared what anyone wanted.
It didn't.
It was just, we're going to put this out
And you're going to like
and you're going to like it because it's this property.
My creative genius.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they had the stereotypical characters. The two, we'll just say, black guys. Whether they were like twins or something like that.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
I don't even remember what their names were. But
no.
It's like they're just so
The two little Chevy Sparks,
something. They're just so stupid.
because Chevy sponsored a lot of that stuff.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
did. But it was just horrible. I'm like, no.
Yeah, some of those stereotypes that were in there were
And the
like
Cringeworthy.
And
a
I
few
don't,
years too late.
I don't know who it is that voices Hound in some of these films, because Hound is like this big old overweight character.
Yeah.
It sounds like John Goodman. I swear to God, it sounds
I
like
thought so too.
it sounds like John Goodman,
Yeah.
but it's not. That much I do know. It's not him. I don't
See,
know who it is.
I thought it was, so
You
I
would think.
I didn't even bother looking it up.
I'm just glad he didn't tie his name to it. Oh.
Yeah,
But it sounds like Sully or from Monsters Inc. I'm like,
yeah, yeah.
this is just so stupid. Bumblebee can't talk. Yeah, he has to change the radio dial to. But then towards the end, he starts talking. And that's
Yeah.
how it gets Optimus Prime to wake up from Nemesis Prime.
Yeah.
It's like,
Which
Bumblebee, I have not heard your voice since our days on Cybertron.
Which I was so like, there were so many times in the movie that it almost seemed like there were too many plots going on, because they bring up that Nemesis Prime fairly early, and then he's gone for so much. Like, you forget that was even
that
a thing,
Optimus is going to be there.
and then suddenly he shows up, and it's that's right. They did say this like 2 hours ago.
And then he only briefly battles as Nemesis Prime.
There
What
we
have
go.
I done? Thank goodness for Bumblebee.
The 2018.
movie, yes.
The 2018.
This is not a Michael Bay directed. I think he had a role in this.
So, like, more of a producer?
You're right. And
Interesting.
it's so much better.
That's what I hear
So much better.
on multiple accounts.
Yes.
I haven't seen it because I still don't like the idea of a non-talking Bumblebee who's a Camaro.
But this is where it gets good. He's not a Camaro. He's a Volkswagen Beetle, like he's supposed to be.
Yeah, that's fine.
But it's better. It's humorous, but it's done right,
Tastefully.
Yeah, I mean, he is kind of like this naive little, awkward, goofy, like kid-like character,
Like in the show. Mm-hmm. Ish.
but
Unlike the pictures of him from like World War One,
yeah,
where he's clearly a guy who kills people.
yeah. But he's a good fighter until, I mean, I guess he goes into hibernation or whatever for a while after. I can't remember if it was which character it is that takes his voice box at the beginning of that movie.
He was a Nazi. He was a Nazi man.
Right, but it's so much better. Haley Steinfeld does a good job in the film as the main character.
I will say I was curious in the standpoint that it reminds me of, especially in the last, I don't know how many years, how there's a lot of, in the comics, there's a lot of characters who get like their own series. Because I know, I think Ironhide has one and Bumblebee has one and can't remember who else. And it kind of reminded me of that. And I thought, well, you know, maybe if we do like these smaller stories, it might be more interesting because it'll be more character driven. Because a lot of these movies, they're not character driven. They're just crazy shenanigans on screen. There's not a whole lot of character going on.
This one's a lot better. They do a lot better with that. So I would just leave it at that for sure. I'd recommend seeing Bumblebee.
Fair enough. I mean, for knowing how you feel about
Bayformers.
Yep.
That's all I can say. First 5.
I'm gonna definitely rent that one at some point.
Yeah, I hope they keep that style and those kind of stories going.
I was gonna say if it comes back, because it just seems like I don't know if it will. Not saying it won't, but just feels like the last couple of years everybody is just like, oh, another one, which is kind of how I felt about Bumblebee to begin with, but I guess I didn't realize that Michael Bay was not quite attached to it.
Right, it's a totally different involvement, and you can tell. I mean, you tell right from the beginning, in my opinion. So
I will say, after the last night, even the first one would be a palate cleanser.
I know.
So I figure it can't be any worse.
I mean, it's like if you didn't grow up with Transformers,
You
G1,
could kind of look over a lot.
You could jump right into the Transformers films and probably enjoy them.
Mm-hmm. And I'm sure a lot of kids did.
Right.
Let's be fair.
Well, I know I did find an article, I think it was today, about, and I thought this was hilarious. In 2007, whenever the first one came out, there was a lot of controversy apparently from certain groups because they felt like, oh, this is too violent and too sexualized and they're trying to appeal to kids. And I'm sitting there laughing and I thought, well, yeah, but remember the early 90s whenever we had toys of Terminator and RoboCop and Aliens.
Yeah.
Like these were very R-rated movies. Like at least these Transformers are PG-13.
Right.
Like in the early 90s, those were all R-rated properties that were coming to toys. There was not a big fuss over it back then.
No, not like now, but yeah, and even the accompanying Bayformer games were rough. I mean, in a way, they were kind of fun to mess around with. Like the first one I played, I didn't think I played the second or third one, but the first one I thought was decent. I mean, you get to be big, transforming robots that can destroy stuff. Very repetitive, but it was fun for what it was. At least it was a relatively decent game. But again,
Game being better than the movie isn't very...
I know. It's, and of course, War and Fall of Cybertron, those two were infinitely better.
Yeah, they just happened to release around the same time the Bayformers was like really kind of hitting the big times, I guess.
I mean, I don't know the history or story right now of what High Moon Studios or whatever, if that's what they were. I mean, I would love to see them come out with a next gen for like the PlayStation 5 or Xbox, whatever they call it.
Yes, please.
Something like that. That would be phenomenal. Just keep that same art style and gameplay. That would be fantastic. So, I don't really know where else they'll kind of go in regards to like film franchises. You know, if they do these like one-offs, like Bumblebee story, you know, what they might do, I don't know. But
Well, you know, eventually they're going to reboot it.
yeah, everything gets rebooted.
Well, that's because the Bay films have become so pretty much
Despised.
universally despised at this
Yeah.
point. I mean, they have their fans, but they're outnumbered by the majority.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'd say give it a few years and
I mean, I never
they'll try it again.
I never walked into a theater expecting a Oscar caliber film.
No.
It's a summer blockbuster popcorn flick that,
We went
Kill a
in
couple
thinking,
hours.
as long as I'm entertained, fine.
but it's like it's not even really that entertaining.
No.
So just to give you an idea of High Moon Studios' portfolio, they did Dark Watch, The Bourne Conspiracy, Transformers War for Cybertron, Transformers Dark of the Moon, which I do remember people saying was actually a decent like crossover from movie to game.
Right.
Transformers Fall of Cybertron, Deadpool, and Call of Duty Advanced Warfare.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that last one was like,
That's
oh,
different.
okay.
Right,
So they
yeah.
must have helped, I'm assuming, with either multiplayer or campaign.
Yeah, it's like
So
I
one
don't
of the
really
two.
remember much about Advanced Warfare.
I didn't give it even a
I
look.
didn't.
Yeah, that
can't
was in my
remember.
phase of I don't care about Call of Duty anymore.
There was one in there that wasn't quite as like I know Ghosts is not really looked upon as
Or
favorably.
Infinite
but
Warfare was not very.
there was one, but I can't remember which one. That didn't get quite the praise.
Yeah, but I mean,
I like Ghost, but
I'd love to see them come back out with another Transformer game.
oh, that'd be nice.
I would 100% buy it in a heartbeat. No, don't even have to see a trailer.
Yep.
They have done fantastic
You know
work
what
with
I
those
would-
franchises.
I would love to see, and if anyone out there is a developer, make this happen because I can't recall this ever happening. Make a turn-based Transformers RPG.
Huh.
I would be so down for that.
I want to say that I thought there was something. Oh, maybe not like console level, but like
Like a mobile?
yeah, there's a lot of different mobile games that have been out there.
Yeah.
Like there was one that I played for a hot minute that was kind of. It was G1. You could tell which character was which. You even had little combiners and stuff like that, and it was turn based. It looked like old little Final Fantasy style, where you loaded out with 3 or 4 characters, and you selected your move to combat the other moves and stuff like that. And it was fun.
Well, I feel like that would really fit with the Transformers universe because even like thinking about the Beast War like packaging, the outside of the package would be a little card that you would cut out, and it would be like kind of their stats of like each like
Right.
Beast War figure.
Yeah.
And so that being said, I mean it'd be so easy to translate that into a game.
I mean, there are like card games out there for Transformers. There's so much. I mean, it's impossible to come up with and know everything that's specifically Transformer branded.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's Transformers Monopoly. There's just
But yeah, I want like a console. And I'll even take it a next step is with cinematic cutscenes. Like I would love to see a turn-based RPG with cinematic cutscenes. To something that you couldn't do on a mobile as easily.
Right.
Or you couldn't do 30 years ago.
Oh yeah, and then like your DLC could be like
Dinobots.
the next gen.
Next gen.
or
Beast Wars.
Beast Wars.
Beast
Armada.
Wars. Yeah, you could add in like either different characters or even storylines from other series, and yeah, I would love to see that.
High Moon Studios, make it happen.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's like there's still so much that people could do with the Transformers, but they just haven't done, especially in
Right.
the game world. I'm like, I just don't understand with an IP like that.
Yeah. Right now, the pinnacle is War and Fall. So,
I mean, I know there's a Transformers fighting game on mobile. I forget exactly what it's called, but it's only been out for a couple of years as well. And I'm like, I'm just not playing a fighting game
No.
on my mobile device.
nah. Same goes with like the Fortnite and PUBG mobile stuff. I get it. It's not for me.
No.
I mean, part of the great thing about Transformers, especially if you had like the toys.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's literally two toys in one. You have like the action figure, but then you got the vehicle.
mode, yeah.
So you literally got two toys in one. Well, if you have a fighting game, you're really only dealing with the one version of it.
Mm-hmm.
And sure, you're probably going to have like your special
moves
attack where
with-
you can have the vehicle mode, but you're not sitting in the vehicle mode for very long, and you're not
Right.
doing a whole lot with
Yeah,
it.
you're not fighting as an Optimus transformed into a truck.
Right. I mean, even in Devastation, you could switch back and forth,
Mm-hmm.
and some of your attacks were in one, and some of your attacks were in the other. And it's close, but
Hell, the developers of that game could just build upon that and
yeah,
make more of an open world style.
Well, in War and Fall, I mean, they made it to where you can transform at will.
At will, yeah.
And depending what form you're in, you have different abilities. So
Mm-hmm.
it just depends on what you're trying to achieve. I mean, there's a lot of times when I'd just be hovering around as a helicopter and just kind of sitting there and just missiling the hell out of people.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know.
see, that would have been. I mean, you could do that in Devastation. That's just the problem is you don't have any kind of attacks like that, so that would have been very
Right,
helpful.
You could just like charge into them. And,
Yeah, you could do like you're Optimus, and you can like charge into him and then do like a spin attack while you're as the truck, which was kind of strange.
right.
That-
Because
that seemed more of
kind
a-
of slow.
Yeah,
It's more of a Bumblebee sideswipe move.
yeah. I was like, oh well, why isn't this with sideswipe? I think you can do that sideswipe, but it makes more sense as sideswipe than Optimus. But whatever.
Yeah. That's what it is.
But I wanna see that turn based thing, and sure, you'd be more as the robot, obviously.
Yeah.
And yeah, you're
Well, with all the cloud-based stuff coming up, I could see where that could be a very cross-platform thing.
I would think.
So, I don't know. Maybe if Transformers gets kind of, in quotations, reinvented again, I might be able to see something like that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's only a matter of time. What's old is new.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, to reach another generation.
Mm-hmm. Just make Bumblebee talk in it.
Yeah, just give him a regular voice. Let's just stop.
Well, I'm
this.
done
He's a
with that whole-
silent kind of.
Whenever I saw that the first time, I've been trying to think of this for years, but I could have sworn I saw a movie or a show or something where that was done, where whatever the thing's voice was through like radio or TV clips or movie clips, but I cannot think of what that was.
Like I said, the only thing I have ever saw that in was Angry Beavers. And they jinxed themselves, so neither of them could talk. So using VHS tapes, they could talk again.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. We'll just have to see. I mean, it's nice to still see, Peter Cullen and Frank Welker, which was weird in some of those Bayformer movies. Frank Welker was not the voice of Megatron in the early ones, and they brought him in later. I'm like, what?
But
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah. It's just made no sense. He's alive.
Mm-hmm.
Do it. I mean, if he just didn't want to, I don't know. They just didn't want to pay him. I don't know.
who was Galvatron for the fourth one? Extinction.
I don't remember.
Not really
Like
relevant.
I
I was
said,
just curious.
Didn't pay enough attention.
Nor should you. I mean,
So I just knew Peter Cullen voiced Optimus, which I thought that was just so cool, being able to hear his voice again.
That's the other thing, which I forgot to mention earlier. So Peter Cullen hasn't done Optimus in every series.
Right.
There were a couple that I can't think of what his name is, but there was another guy, like in Beast Wars, it was somebody else.
Right. Yeah, he's not voicing Optimus Primal.
Right. And whoever this guy, I think it's Gary Chalk, maybe? Something like that. He did the voice of Optimus in a couple series, and that was always a complaint for a lot of people. It should have been Peter Cullen. Peter Cullen's Optimus. I kind of like this other guy. It was, he kind of portrayed a similar kind of quality, but it was totally different. And that's
I think as it should.
that's an example that I think of, like, it's different, but it's okay.
It's different, but still similar enough to be familiar.
Yeah, I mean, he was still authoritative. He wasn't crazy. It wasn't like Megatron versus Galvatron,
just trying to reach to be a different personality or something.
Yeah, or even Galvatron versus Galvatron, Leonard Nimoy versus Welker, where one's brooding and menacing and the other's over the top, crazy, and insane.
Yeah.
So surprisingly enough, Galvatron in the newer movies was Frank Welker.
So he did do both
Huh.
Megatron and Galvatron.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah. Oh.
It's another thing too. Megatron to me will always be a gun, and I know with the whole gun sensitivity thing, there's one reason why they made him into a tank. I'm like,
I remember the tank in the 90s.
yeah. Armada Megatron is a tank. style,
Yeah.
which I'm like,
And I remember
Still
seeing that in the
goofy.
store the first time, because I remember I don't know how old I was, but I remember seeing it as a tank in the 90s, like before Armada was a thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw it and I thought, no, he's a gun. He's not a tank. Why is he a tank?
You could almost take it just like a half step back the other direction and just make him a cannon. Nobody's going to wield a cannon.
Which is what Galvatron was in the cartoon.
right. Yeah,
He was a cannon.
Fair enough.
transformed
It was a
into
space
cannon.
cannon, but
Right.
Yeah.
It was
yeah.
cannon.
Still a mobile cannon.
yeah. But I did see, I think it was in, I can't even believe we haven't mentioned it yet, The Toys That Made Us.
Yes.
With the
which-
Transformers episode, they they had this great story where they were talking about, I guess their salesman or whoever had the toys in his carry-on, and he was going through the airport, and they would see
yeah.
the
Megatron
gun in there, and he'd have to pull it out and
Transform it. It's
it,
a
and show
toy.
him, oh, it's a robot. It transforms. Because that was, I guess it was a Walther.
Yeah.
It looked
The toy
like
really
a
does.
Walther.
Yeah.
Oops.
It's got the little stock. It's got the sight,
Yeah.
which is
Was this before they put the orange caps on the end?
Yes.
There was no orange cap.
no orange cap. They did release one, I think, with an orange cap.
Yeah,
Eventually, yeah.
yeah. Eventually.
Yeah, when they started realizing
Oh, this is
all the guns in the 80s that didn't have them.
yeah. This is no good. This looks too real.
Yeah, it's like if you go to, we'll just talk about the toys for a while.
Sure.
If you go to tfsource.com and you get to see all of these, what has been made by these different companies, like masterpiece versions, they're so beautiful and realistic, and they're like, this just looks like the cartoon in toy form.
I can't do it. I will start drooling.
Well, I'm going to make you drool because I'm going to show you a piece
Oh,
that you
no.
would really want to get.
Oh no!
And it's estimated arrival in June of 2019,
Oh no!
priced at $79.99.
Oh no!
Cosmos.
Oh my!
I mean, they don't call them the same character names. Like, they
Huh.
call this Klaatu. So he's an X-Transbots MM-9 Plus Klaatu metallic version.
I'm gonna throw out Klaatu, Varakta, and Nikto and see if anyone knows what I'm talking about, or the band Klaatu.
So the Beast Wars ones are really good.
I know, they're absolutely phenomenal.
Wow.
I am too poor for such things,
Oh, yeah.
but they look so pretty.
I recommend maybe not looking, but at the same time, maybe you should look.
Yeah, it's like I see these things because I follow them on my Instagram. And I mean, I've been seeing these pieces just on Facebook Marketplace. You just see them all over the place. And it's like, my God, they're so beautiful, but they are not cheap.
I try to avoid
No.
because I know that I will not be able to say no to some.
The Beast Wars Megatron is $300.
Oh boy!
Yeah, and Black Arachnia, like 129 or something. I mean, look at this Soundwave with laser beam.
Oh,
I mean, they're
Merry
so
Christmas.
articulated, and they're definitely not like G1 toy. It's like, wow.
They also have an Aliens APC 1 to 18th scale for $300.
I'm feeling a little secure in that one. Oh, Brad, on the other hand,
Like, I can get a set of Insecticons for $100. So Bombshell, Scrapnel, and Kickback. Which, as I was mentioning earlier to you, I've got I guess it would be a knockoff Kickback of the Insecticons of G1. It's red, green, like yellow and brown instead of yellow, black, and purple. It's kind of weird, but it's the exact same figure. Like, just got it at some little weird store and when I was a kid. It's a nice Omega Supreme.
Oh my!
But he's called Terminus Giganticus.
Haven't we all been called that once or twice?
Fan toys, $350.
Say that 3 times real fast.
Yeah. No, I don't want to. I mean, it's just beautiful.
No, I don't want to.
just absolutely beautiful. Stands 55 centimeters,
Ooh,
which I guess it says 21.4 inches tall.
that's a good height.
So almost 2 foot tall.
That'd look pretty sitting on top of my fridge.
Yeah, it would.
It's one of the few places I have room left.
Right.
Yeah, but yeah, tfsource.com if you are at all interested in Transformers.
And you have disposable income.
You're right. Don't walk down the Walmart or Target aisle and look at those toys. It's like, eh.
Well, and that's what I've noticed getting older too, right? Like, I had some of those things, and there's a certain charm to them, sure. Then you get into these collectible states where you spend $150 for a collectible.
On your favorite character or
And
characters.
that is a world of difference. Like, that is something you probably will have the rest of your life. Whereas some of the other stuff either falls apart, you stop caring about, or somewhere in between. I'm just kind of more into the higher end stuff now.
And I think the build quality of these pieces is exponentially better than obviously. We'll just use a current Power of the Primes is one of the series that's in toy stores now. It's like, not terrible looking figures, but they're not me. There's like the Combiner Wars series where they did all the different, combiners and stuff like that. Those look pretty nice. Some of those sets are still pretty nice for retail store availability kind of things.
I remember seeing some of those, and I
Yeah.
thought, well, these look pretty decent.
But man, you see some of these, and I mean, I've seen some Devastator sets that just, my goodness, that's beautiful.
I've seen pictures of some. I had no idea where they were from or
Like
when.
once that was a
but
Comic-Con
some were
exclusive.
nice.
That was beautiful. Like, like it's worth selling some things to get some of these pieces.
Yeah.
And I hate to sound like Lebowski, but some of these would really tie the room together.
Exactly. Yeah.
I mean, some of the stuff that I've got, it's just I walk in and I look at it, and it just brings a smile to my face.
right. It's like, man, I'm so proud of that piece.
Yeah.
Why hasn't Lego ever teamed up with Transformers?
Oh, they've got Connects, isn't it? Connects has got something.
I don't know.
I just feel like it belongs in Lego because it would. You kind of transform it, but in a lot of ways you
Blocky.
take it apart and
Yeah, they're blocky, especially with G1 characters. You could do a lot of blocky stuff.
I was always curious how they would do it, but then they came out with the Voltron.
The Voltron, yes.
and like, well, I guess it is possible.
Yeah, that
I
looks
mean,
great.
all the Star Wars stuff they already did.
And they're reissuing 20th anniversary of Lego Star Wars, so there's a whole bunch of reissues coming out, which I laugh at because me being the crazy Lego fan, I have a lot of those original ones
Right.
from
Hide
20
your
years
wallet.
ago.
I'd wallet. Yeah.
Well, unfortunately, I'm like, oh, I don't need these. I already got them.
Yeah, I don't need the reissue. I've got the original.
Yeah,
I got the issue.
I got them whenever they were not really sure what they were doing still.
Yeah. You look at the toys now, and it's like, holy cow.
That's the other thing I got to say is in the last so many years is, I mean, yeah, there's toys, but then there's like adult toys.
Right.
And the adult toys, oh boy.
And that's the people that are like me that grew up on this stuff. That now you get or you're more likely to have the income. Mm-hmm. It's where you can get these things, you're like, and it actually looks like what I want it to. It looks like what I remember watching and growing up on it.
It's actually doing the source material justice rather than
Exactly.
bastardizing it.
Right. Of what they did, they took the toy and made the cartoon. It made the cartoon look a lot different than the toy. Now the toy looks like the cartoon. Like what you wanted as a kid.
Yeah. Again, growing up with Beast Wars, having 10 years separating from the original series to then, there were a few of them that were pretty close. but that is a whole nother level.
It's like looking at that black arachnia on there. It's like, holy cow, look at that.
Yeah. Or the Dinobot or the Megatron, the Optimus Prime that's in one of the pictures, or Optimus Primal. Wow.
Yeah. That's a whole new toy world.
Merry Christmas to me.
Yeah. Yeah. So I know food-wise, you recently shared a video with us about a Burger King promotion for Bayformer.
Apparently, because I found a few more of those. I don't know how many movies they had deals with, but for sure, at least the first couple. And Burger King had the toys for it, and
McDonald's.
they looked fairly. I mean, for what they were, they actually looked kind of more impressive than I thought they would be.
Yeah.
Kind of just more decent than like your...
A lot bigger.
Oh.
Yeah, they were sizable.
McDonald's, when I was younger, they had transforming toys that look like Big Mac boxes, the old styrofoam design.
The
I have a
chicken
couple
nuggets.
of those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean,
Yeah.
you see some of them
The
pop up.
hotcakes box.
Yep. See them pop up on Facebook Marketplace from time to time.
I never had the whole set, but I had most of them.
Yeah, I never had any of them. Like, I thought about
I had like one or two.
It's like, just looking at some of the different things. You don't really see, or I don't remember a lot of the tie-in stuff like that from restaurants and things. I don't know. But I don't know, maybe it's just that time when
Well, I do
grew up.
know back then, I mean, sure they would come along, because I remember McDonald's had a tie-in with Hook. So they had all the Hook toys in the early 90s.
Right.
But it seemed back then there was a lot of toys that these places would just come up with on their own brand.
Yes.
Especially McDonald's. I mean, all the Fry Kids and the little nuggets with the...
Talking nuggets, the little faces, yeah.
I mean, they had like their own things that they would do, and it's like...
Especially like around Halloween.
Yeah.
Little spooky Halloween nugget things.
I mean, I don't remember as many movie tie-ins back then.
Yeah.
But, I mean, honestly, they had so much of their own content. They didn't really need to.
It's just weird from my time working there. I don't really remember many of the Happy Meal themes other than when we would get like hockey cards or we did VHS tapes.
Yeah,
Or the glasses.
Yeah.
The ones that are memorable again from my childhood, Power Rangers, some like actual Transformers, but very like almost the bots that we were talking about earlier. That was
GoBots.
GoBots, almost GoBots-esque.
Yeah.
But they're Transformers or claim to be, and Beanie Babies.
I remember the Beanie Babies thing being big. I mean, from my childhood was like Hot Wheels and the little non-motorized stomper trucks. Those are some of the ones that and then the little green Martian kind of looking guys. I forgot what they're called, but there's like a specific name for this. It's like a European toy design or something like that they brought over here. I don't remember what they're called, but had to have as many as possible.
And the occasional Disney thing here and there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. They would do a Disney thing. But, yeah, I don't really remember much about Happy Meal stuff when I worked there. Just,
Yeah, come to think of it, I don't either.
Maybe that's because I worked in the back. I didn't work out with as a
Cash.
cashier. or
Yeah, I
anything.
was
So I wasn't handing people
fry
here's your
cook.
box.
You were a Fry Kid?
I mean, more burger, but
You were
Potato,
a hamburglar?
You were a grill person.
potato. Pun intended.
Same here. Yeah. I don't know. I think the franchise has been overall positive. It's just this whole Michael Bay stuff really put a damper on a lot of that stuff.
And I mean, to be fair, there's a lot of series that runs through a rough patch here and there. No matter how critically acclaimed and whatnot.
Yeah, but that was a 10-year patch of tough.
Yeah.
Although, in researching this, because I knew nothing about the comics, you definitely know way more about the comics. But I found out there were 3 companies that have done their comics.
Yep.
Because first was Marvel.
Yep.
And then they did, I think it was Dreamwave?
Dreamwave, yeah.
Because they had a couple years in there.
And
And then they went
IDW,
out of business. And then IDW,
which had the best visuals.
and apparently IDW is like the one that everyone, like, it's kind of, it seems to be where the huge pushes, like where it's getting its resurgence at. Apparently the work they've been doing in the last, I guess they've had it for 12 years, but I guess
It's beautiful.
the last
Just
7
artwork.
apparently is story-wise and artwork-wise is amazing.
Yeah.
Like to the point, from what I was reading up on, I'm kind of curious.
Yeah, I had, in that Marvel series, there was a 4-issue series where it was just about the characters and biographies. It would show them in the robot mode and their alternative mode, and it gave you like a biography of them and a quote and stuff like that. There was 4 issues. One was red cover, one was yellow cover, one was blue cover, and the other one I think was a black cover. It was either 3 or 4. And yeah, I've got all of those. There's probably a handful of issues that I'm missing from that first run of stuff. You look at the cover of issue 1, and it looks nothing like the interior artwork or the following cover art for the following issues. Just weird. Yeah, I've debated on selling them. I'm like, no, I will regret it. I know. I was like, nope.
Yeah, I've learned that many times over.
It's like, nope.
Yeah, I've got a few movies that I ended up selling and then finding out later, oh, I should have held on to them because they're out of print. And now they're like,
Hard to find.
If I want to watch them again, they're like $100 a piece. Well, should have hung on to that.
And that's where pirating comes into play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is what it is. I still, as far as I know, I still have everything from my childhood, Transformer-wise. All the little toys and figures. I'm probably missing some weapons and stuff. I'm not sure if I can put Devastator together. I think I did have to purchase another long haul to get a couple specific of the pieces to make sure I put them back together.
Oh, mine is in constant Devastator state, and I can very easily go one to the other. Or do their individual transformations. Yeah, fortunately, that one wasn't a very complicated one.
No, it was relatively easy. I think some of the other combiners are pretty easy too. You just flip their head down, and that's what sticks in the hole on the leader bot, and that's it. It's all connected by the head. Devastator, you had to do a few other little things. Hook was a very integral piece. You had to spin him around.
That was a crane one, right?
Yes.
Yeah, he like, yeah.
Yeah, you pull it this way and turn things this way, and it's kind of funky looking, but it worked.
And then the head like clipped on, essentially.
Yeah.
Yep.
Looks flimsy as all hell.
Oh yeah, I mean, like a stiff breeze will knock it over.
It's like you look at it now and you're like, it just looks so terrible. And you look at some of these new like masterpiece figures we were talking about. Oh boy, oh boy.
And they're
They
posable.
look solid.
They look like, that's Devastator right there.
It's like I see these nice. It's like, well, not only will a stiff breeze not knock it over, I can position it at different positions.
Right.
Oh, this one, like,
No, this one is what it is.
you can move its arms.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the extent of it. So, I don't know. You guys got anything else for the world of Transformers?
I don't know.
Yeah.
You're more the aficionado than probably either of us.
Yeah, and I'm not going to sit here and claim to know a lot, but I don't know. It's just kind of always been my favorite IP growing up. So just always when I hear Transformers, like, what? Huh? Okay. Yeah.
Which you made the comment earlier. I don't remember owning any kind of merchandise or shirt, rather, and for like 30 years.
Yeah,
And
I mean,
I'm
I know
wearing one right now.
Right, yeah, you're over there wearing a Decepticon logo T-shirt, and I do remember I think it was a Mirage set of pajamas blue pants, white.
Is it a onesie?
No, it wasn't a onesie. White shirt with blue sleeves, and it had Mirage on it.
You know the onesies I'm thinking about
Oh,
with
yeah.
the little footies,
Yep.
the
Little
little
plastic.
grips.
Yep.
Yeah, I never did not have that.
Damn.
At least not.
What about the
After-
bedspread?
I didn't have the bedspread. I had Star Wars.
I had a turtle spread.
I had a
I almost caught it on fire too.
Transformers
did.
lunchbox, which I've seen. I think I've had two different ones. I've seen like on Facebook Marketplace recently. I'm like, I remember that one.
I had a Ninja Turtles one.
Side story about catching it on fire. I thought it would be fun to play with fireworks and
course you did.
matches.
In a lunchbox.
I tried throwing them out my window and closing the window. It didn't work.
Okay.
Good job.
Bravo, good fella.
You live, you learn.
Yeah. Hopefully you learned that one.
Oh, I almost forgot, and I can't believe we didn't. So Blur
Oh yeah.
is my least favorite Transformer in the entire series.
Isn't it the Micro Machines guy?
It's a Micro Machines guy
Yeah, the
talking really fast, but I found out
Does he show up in the movie?
movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like
he's in the movie, I think, first, and then
I
he's
don't
in
like
season 3.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
like him.
He gets worse in the show because tell me I can't be the only one that notices this. Yes, he talks fast, but it's only because he's repeating himself about 5 or 6 times in the same sentence.
yeah.
So it's like a pop song.
Kind of.
Kind of.
Yeah.
I mean, he's just basically he's asking a question or he's saying a thing or two things and then just saying it over and over and over.
Do you want to go outside? 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 Do you want to go outside?
Yeah, there's a lot of
Stuff
that.
like that.
And of all the characters not to have killed in the movie, why could we have not had that one?
Because that was his
Because that was his shtick.
Jar Jar Binks introduction.
And he was really popular in the 80s because Micro Machines.
Right, the guy was.
Yeah, so
And I
it's-
mean, I think his talent is awesome. I loved him as
sure.
the Micro Machine guy.
Oh yeah, and I mean I loved Micro Machines.
I did too.
I had nothing to do with him.
Nope.
But I loved the Micro Machines.
Yeah.
But watching season 3 is almost because he's in
Blur.
it so much.
It's like Scrappy Doo.
I can tolerate Scrappy Doo.
Well, depends.
it's tough.
It
Yeah.
depends.
I mean, I know
It's a struggle.
He's a whiny little pup.
Like I can deal with him, but I'm really happy when he's not in a scene.
Uh-huh. Or just in the whole episode altogether.
Well, that's the best.
Yeah.
Just saying.
It's like the early Scooby Doo. That's the best.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And when they did the celebrity tie-ins and stuff like that, those were good episodes.
I was
as
still
well.
on board.
Yeah.
The movies, they were like an
Yes.
hour long.
Scooby Doo goes in movies.
That's good stuff. Yeah, and then we got that little damn dog.
Scrappy Doo.
Little rat.
Yeah.
Scooby Dum.
Scooby Don't.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing,
But yeah, that's about all I got.
Okay. Yeah, that's pretty much it for me as well. That all I can think of.
Definitely a brand that influenced others in a lot of ways. I
Yeah.
mean, going for, like I said, kind of mentioned briefly attack packs. You could easily argue Power Rangers because at least toy wise, you'd pull up the thing, you stick them all together, and you pull them apart and pull them to all their things, and they fit in other pieces. And
Like Megazord or whatever.
yeah, Megazord, Ultrazord, somewhere between the Mega and the Ultra.
Yeah.
Even though a lot of the Power Rangers predates Transformers.
Yeah, that's
Funnily
fair.
enough, yeah.
But there was an influence, obviously. Because not all of that came before. Eventually,
Especially
they had
the
to make
toys.
their own.
Especially the toys.
But the episode of The Toys That Made Us on Netflix it's a fantastic watch.
Yeah.
It's a lot of great history and a lot of great storylines behind it. It's like, wow, that's so cool.
Yeah, they're going to have the hookup on like we will. We're just based on nostalgia.
Yeah, like a lot of good access to things and some of the designers and all the writers and all that stuff. It's really good to see.
And some of those, I thought this was interesting when I was watching the DVD extras on the animated series.
Mm-hmm.
The same dudes pop up in there too, but
Yeah.
I mean, it was done almost 10 years earlier, so you see the same dudes, and they're not quite as gray and
Right.
a little more hair, and
Yeah.
but they're saying the same stories.
Yeah.
Well,
Consistency.
yeah, it's kind of nice.
Consistency. So, yeah. But I guess that will do it for this episode. If there's any episodes that you have not listened to, if you're new to the podcast, we'd appreciate you taking the time to go back and listen to some great ones like Ghostbusters, Power Rangers, Mutant Ninja Turtles, Nintendo Entertainment System, Sega Genesis as well as our John Candy episode, which was our April episode. No, it was our May episode. Because it was recorded in April, and yeah.
It's a breakout from what we've done traditionally, which we will
Correct,
probably
yeah.
continue to
We'll do those
occasionally.
periodically, and yeah, just let us know what you think. You can email us, contact@backtothepastpod.com, and also hit us up on Instagram, Twitter, just Back to the Past Pod as well on both of those. And at Kevin Harvell, at Holy_Shadows, at Spooky of the Rush. I always try to forget which one.
on
That's
on
the
Insta.
Instagram.
Yeah.
Instagram at Spooky of the Rush with underscores. Twitter at Spooky Rush.
Mm-hmm. And we
think
have
that's
a Facebook page, which is pretty much just like when our episodes post, it's there, but we also are more active in the Facebook group. So, yeah, feel free to join it. Just search for Back to the Past Podcast on Facebook, and you'll find both the group and the page. They're both tied together. So just answer the questions, and we'll let you in. And just trying to share out more things. And eventually we're going to get to doing more things on our website. But hey, that's just, hey, we're all at fault equally. So it's 33.3 point something %. But hey, we'll get there. Time, it's tough to do this stuff. But hey, again, hope you enjoyed it. So thanks everyone for listening, and we'll talk to you next time when we get back on the past.
Delta Airlines just turned 100 and is already shaping the next century of flight with the Delta Sustainable Skies Lab. Here, they're building the future of flight. Think electric air taxis and next-gen aircraft aiming to cut fuel burn significantly. And this isn't just future talk. Today, their fleet of Boeing 737s have marine-like finlets designed to reshape airflow that reduces drag. The future of travel is more sustainable, and Delta's leading the way. Learn more at delta.com/sustainability.